The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the Bigot Army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken
Crazy.
out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bracket gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. He knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cuck Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
can I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drop it, retard. Robocock.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメスパイ
あやこれ好き。
よりによって
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと
ワクワク。
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Hypnosis. I believe it's episode 146. Don't keep track. Don't keep track because I struggle every single week. Every week. Guys, we got a lot we got to talk about, man. Apparently World War III just started. I don't know. We're going to talk about games. You know, if the channel gets nuked, literally, well, it wasn't my plan. I didn't do it. All right, I didn't do it. Guys, it's been a very busy week, and we got EpicMike joining us again, finally, after Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Has decided to show up after being requested multiple times, over and over again.
That's crazy.
Nonstop.
That's wild.
Every week.
Every week. That's crazy.
Nearly an entire year.
Has it really
and
been that
all
long?
it took was for him to show up on New Black Street.
Hey, what can I say?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fucking throw us under the bus.
What can I say?
It's not you. It's me. I'm the problem.
I've never heard that before, so I guess that's what that feels like, huh?
I mean, yeah. No, I dude, listen, I've been really busy. All right, that's all.
That's what the girls say too.
That's true.
Were-
I got
were
a
you doing-
headache.
were you doing your
I
hair?
just got a headache right now. Hypnotic. I just can't. Like maybe later. You know, just.
My phone was off.
My phone was off the whole time.
That's what the girls be doing when they tell you that. Yeah, I got a headache.
That's what they were doing when they told you they were asleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all
That's part-
bullshit.
sorry, I
Stay
wasn't by my
woke.
phone.
Man, that's crazy.
And you
Hey,
get a
Wolf,
text message.
look,
Go,
she's smiling because look.
Look at
Whoa,
me.
wow.
you get a text
Wow.
message. You're like, hey, honey, how you doing? You get a text message. You busy, bro?
Hey,
Cassie, you done one of those? You done one of these? You done one of these?
that's crazy.
Back to it,
Bruh.
that's crazy.
Are
That's
you good,
wild.
dog? Holy
We're good.
shit.
We're good. All right, guys. Listen, shout out to all of you joining us today. Much appreciated. It's another episode of SNH, and we got a lot we got to talk about, man. Things are heating up all around the world, including the gaming industry, which we're going to cover. We're going to talk about it, and let's do our intros so we can get right to it because we may not be alive apparently after the next 3 hours. Who really knows at this point? So let's start off with Sheep City and take it away. Usually black people die first in the movies.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Sheep City.
Holy
and
shit, we got 4 black people in a row. Holy shit.
I know.
Wait,
That's
wow.
good. I noticed it too. I just didn't want to bring it up.
God
But,
damn, no wonder we were late.
I know. But yeah, you know, I'm just as usual out of the loop because my day is consumed by offline shit. So I'm basically putting batteries in cars and taking apart other machines and replacing other parts and all this other extra stuff. It's been fun week. Ready to kind of like learn about what's been happening over the week. I've been hearing some rumblings about a few things. And I have so little time that I haven't even been able to go out and actually like pick up any manga, which I will be doing this Monday.
What's wrong with you?
I don't have time to. So I got to get some this Monday. I'll get some good shit. I'll get some good shit. Just know that.
Did you see that King of Fighters set that I picked up recently?
Yeah, I did. Now I'm kind of mad because I've been trying to find volume 2 for like the longest.
I was excited to get that.
Talk.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm like in between. Like I like anime. I don't read much manga because I'm lazy and I don't feel like reading books.
So like anime and you like what, guns?
I mean, I guess. Robbing people. Robbing white.
Is this
folk,
motherfucker wearing an OnlyFans headband?
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
Kata? The fuck is that on your head?
He's announcing his new partnership.
First of all, it's
Oh
not a
my
headband, it's a
God.
do-rag, and it doesn't say only
I
fans,
don't
it says
speak
only
black, I'm
waves.
It looks like, from this thing, it looks like a chef hat. It looks like
it
the
says
Swedish
only
chef hat
fans.
from Muppets.
It says only waves. That's
It's
what
an
it said,
OnlyFans
waves.
headband. And
Only
you
Shit
got
looks
it
like
on all the
something
way.
the DEI hires in Expedition 33 were wearing. What is that on
Yeah.
your head?
Absolutely.
It says only waves.
He
Only
threw it
waves.
on-
Only
he threw it on
waves,
after
got
he
it.
was
I
giving
thought
back
what
shots
I
on
was
his
wearing
other-
on my head was crazy.
Nah,
I know.
not at
Yeah,
all.
you wearing a console gremlin. Wait, what? Why are you wearing a place? I don't know anymore. I don't know what's happening.
Other
This is
than
the classic PlayStation logo. Okay,
Other
back when
than that-
PlayStation was hot fire.
Back when it was acceptable. Got it.
other than like, you know, the recent going-ons of this week, I will be looking forward to that Power World drop that's happening. It's like a massive fucking Terraria collaboration that they're doing. It's gonna be dropping this Wednesday.
Nice.
I'll be getting into that. I think I'm just gonna shut everything out except for SNH, like I was telling Kata. I'm gonna shut everything else out and just play Power World. I'm probably gonna be divorced by the end of it. We'll see.
I'm surprised I haven't seen you playing Power World in a while.
Well, yeah, like I said, I've been busy. Like I haven't even had time to just like turn the shit on the farm. I just get up and leave the house.
I got you. All right, we got Kata. Take it away, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's Kata, aka Khalil Too Short.
There it is.
AKA the fine auntie hunter, the pretty toe appreciator. This segment is sponsored by Geeks and Gamers and Meta PCs. If you want to. We ain't never gonna.
That's crazy, bro.
Monetized
because nobody cares, bro. Like, shut up.
I ain't never getting sponsored by Meta PCs, man.
You're gonna get a sponsor before I ever do.
I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. And remember, do not blackpill. We have some really good games coming out. I saw that that little Asian Assassin's Creed game trailer that happened. I think it was yesterday. I was like, damn, this looks pretty good. So we got some good stuff coming up. So if we survive long enough and this doesn't turn into Fallout, then I'll be looking forward to those things. But yeah, man, I'm glad to be here. I'm definitely not playing Dune Awakening right now. Let's get into it. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Let's do it. All right, so Juneteenth just passed. So normally we would go to Smash, but actually we're gonna go to Atreus.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, let's
Black people winning.
Shut up, Italy.
Italians get fucked again.
I'm saying.
What is Atreus looking at? Like, what does everybody think Atreus is looking at? That's really what I'm
Marvel
curious
Rivals.
about.
His seventh
Bro,
screen.
he's definitely got his third screen up there, and it's real small, and it's just goon material. He's just
No, his OnlyFans.
It's the way he gets distracted by it too, because it's not like normal.
What
like,
are the chances it's like Dylan Mulvaney content?
Oh shit!
Damn, bro.
You guys know how people have stock graphs up all day? Atreus has Alyssa McConte streams up to make sure if she ever says anything, he's on there. Report on it.
Makes sense.
It's like I'm ready to drop the content.
All right.
Instead of on content nuke, it's the Alyssa content nuke. It's crazy.
I may or may not have an alt account that just exclusively follows her on her live streams.
We don't talk about that.
I comment things and then she talks.
You're
to
one
me
of
about
the
stuff.
4 viewers on her streams.
She's really nice to me. I say really nice things to her. So.
Oh, you pat her ego. No wonder. All right,
Yeah,
Trace, do your intro, man.
She's real to me.
Bro, he's distracted.
Let him do his intro. Come on. He's
Look at
not
him.
going to last long. That's true. Whatever's on that screen got him gooning. Look at that.
Look at him, bro. He can't stop looking at it.
What are you looking at? I'm really curious.
Y'all niggas, like, what you mean?
Oh, you're
yo.
looking at
Hey,
you're looking
yo.
at 2 different screens. I see your eyes going right into the middle.
Yeah, bro.
All right. I'm gonna let you be. Go ahead.
Yeah, so subscribe. You know what I'm saying? New Blackstreet. Let's go.
Goddamn.
That was the greatest.
Yes, after
intro
stream,
known to mankind.
after SNH, we will be going live on New Blackstreet.
This nigga gave the outro 20 minutes into the show.
Just to let you guys know, just in case you forget later, or we forget later, we're playing Marvel Rivals later. And if you're a member of New Blackstreet, you get to play with us. So don't forget. Don't miss out on that.
There you go.
You good?
Get a Meta PC.
Following Pokemon, I think everyone would say,
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt.
Shut the
Let's
fuck
cut it
up.
off. Got a week and a half. Week and a half, boys. Week and a half. Week and a half.
Song slash.
All right. Our special guest, finally, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the man who plays horror games in the dark.
Yeah.
EpicMike. Epic Meek. Meek that's epic.
I got a lot of names. I go by a lot of names. Got a lot of titles. Got a lot of weird rumors going around about me. It's
what?
Pride Month, so we're just leaning into them.
Hey,
You
yo.
know. But
Damn, is it? I
listen,
forgot.
I'm here. Hey, listen. For real. If you want an epic discount on Meta PC, go over there and use code. Because that's a real code that works on that website. Anyways,
Oh
my god.
listen,
Yo.
I
appreciate
forgot I
you
had the
having me on.
G&G banner the entire time, so Atreus was sponsored today.
Yeah, bro, I feel bad because like Hypnotic does like he'll be like, "Hey man, you want to come hang out?" I'm like, "Yeah." Damn, bro, something came up and it started to look like it was personal, and I felt bad. So
It was definitely personal.
it's not personal, bro.
He's doing it on
You
purpose.
show up too, like
Yep.
I'll be on some like random person's channel. He'll show up and be like, "Oh, you can be on here. Or you can't come hang out with me." I'm like, "How did you even find me over here?"
That's how that's how he works, bro. What do you mean?
That's how he works, bro. It's crazy.
You go out with one of the side chicks and you see him out the window.
That's so crazy because it's so true, man.
Like
I
fucking
just-
Trey's got like 7 screens. Hypno has more. Let's just put it that way.
You ever seen The Dark Knight? That's
He
how it
pops up
looks.
in my chat and he will be like, "Hey, what's up, Mike?" And I'm already 30 minutes behind on my chat, so I don't even see it until he's already gone. He's done gone to bed. I'm like, damn, bro. I didn't even know he
Hypno's
was
like the
here.
architect in the third Matrix movie. That dude's sitting in the room just surrounded by screens.
Sitting there with the, yeah, you just turn it.
Yeah.
You know, actually,
Spinning around in the
if
chair.
I'm gone. I'm not gone. I usually watch like 2 or 3 streams at a time. I'm weird.
No, I was just talking to somebody about that. I usually have like 3 or 4 streams up at the same time, and you just let them all play. And when you hear something interesting, you pop in. Maybe you say something in
I was
chat.
on New Blackstreet. You were talking about this.
You talking about? I was just talking to somebody. Nigga, it was us.
It was
I
there
don't
right
remember,
here,
bro. Listen,
That's
man,
sick.
we talked about a lot of. That was a 3.5 hour stream. Y'all said it was 2.
Wild, dude. That's wild,
But
man.
Trey is yelling at me like I did something.
I just that's sick. Listening to 3 or 4 live streams at one time. That's sick.
Yeah, it's a lot, bro.
What do you mean it's sick? You can't scan
also-
information quickly?
Also,
like that?
Atreus' hatred of wrestling has got to be really.
Bro, I'll
kinda
be
fucked
listening
up
to
a
3 to
little
4 live streams while actively playing a video game.
That's what I'm
knowing,
saying,
and knowing
bro.
everything that's happening.
Slightly deaf, so like being able to differentiate audio becomes very problematic.
Guys, a Puerto Rican woman is slightly deaf. News at 11. That's never happened before.
That's
Never.
too many of these Puerto Rican
Could
bitches
it be because
screaming
she's
in my
fucking
ear.
yelling all the goddamn time, fucking
Yeah.
everybody's mom? Yeah, I'm sure.
She made herself go deaf.
Literally.
All that loud horn honking and stuff from crazy ass traffic and shit over there.
You know she drives that
It's all
kind of
the-
like a fucking dick, bro.
Yes, absolutely, that I do.
Got to yell loud enough, be able to hear yourself over yourself.
Should be honking people in the left lane, like, get the fuck out.
I just felt like that.
Learn how to drive. Like,
I actually got a ticket recently and I had to stop
I
doing
bet.
80 under 55. Yeah. I got 2
Damn, you
points
got
on my
caught.
license and everything. I was
you
like,
got
oh,
got?
fuck.
Oh, damn, that's bad. They must have loved seeing you. They probably
Yeah,
pulled up,
it
they
was
saw the
pretty
PlayStation,
bad.
had to like, gotcha, bitch. Over.
Finally. She is.
Better hope that cop is not an Xbox fanboy or something.
Sure,
Anyway,
she can't even do it.
I appreciate you hanging out and finally not making it personal. Thank you so much. It's great. It's great hanging out with you.
Yeah,
Speaking of personal, we got Smash AT.
Personal, very personal. Epic Mike, it is great to see you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you. That's crazy,
always.
bro. There ain't none of that because, like, bro, I got like the smallest channel out of everybody here.
I thought that was
Excuse
going,
the
I thought
fuck
that
out
was
of me.
going somewhere different.
Sorry, you
That's
broke
fine.
up. You broke up.
Yeah.
What's that?
No.
That's just
Come on,
just
Smash,
chilling.
go for it. Stop the
out
glazing.
here
Stop the
chilling.
glazing.
So no, I mean that's. I just want to say, hey, I've missed Geeks and Gamers. I was going to be an honorary member of the Mario Kart on the last 2 Wednesdays.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Look at him chilling. Yeah, I want to be on Geeks and Gamers too, man. I'm
My son,
excited.
my son's
That's
graduation
crazy.
was 2 weeks ago. My anniversary was
He's
this
gone,
week. So
bro.
next week, hopefully, I don't have to cancel on
You got the
guys.
biggest meat on the panel.
Yo,
Cassie.
Toxin, what the fuck
Whoa.
is wrong with you, bro?
Cassie definitely got the
Easily.
He
Oh,
put
yeah,
such a
that's-
Tyrone
that's
in the
why-
drawer right now.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
why-
just because that's manufactured, that don't count. It's
No. That's why she wouldn't wear a dress. Listen. I popped in one stream. They was talking about donating all this money. She like not enough money in the world because she don't want nobody seeing that thing dangling around.
Oh my god. This is like a big Obama thing now. This is
There
crazy.
ain't a dress long enough in the world to hide it, bro.
The Lord
That's
is
crazy.
crazy, bro. The
crazy.
Lord
Be tripping, getting out of the shower and shit. That's wild, bro. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck?
Getting out of mom showers.
Anyway, I guess on that
she
note,
got
we'll
rid of
move
the
on.
broom because she don't need it anymore. She just
Close.
cleans the floor with that shit. Anyway, Smash, go ahead, drink your wine, man. How you doing?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
Smash,
Just
how are
drink your
you?
wine,
I feel like nobody. Nobody ever asks how Smash JT's doing. Everybody asks whether he's finishing games or not. but
He's
nobody
dealing with
ever
tons of
asks-
lawsuits, and no one asked him how
How
he's
you
doing.
doing, man? How's life being sued
Life
by
is-
Australia?
Life is good. You know, I was talking to my son today, and he really wanted to go see the new How to Train Your Dragon movie. And I was like, I'd love to, but sorry, bro, I got to put Hypno in front of you. And he's like, oh, I understand.
Hell yeah.
No,
Oh, so
but
you're
in
trying
all
to get with me?
seriousness, I would not have been here tonight. But my wife was like, I want to go to that movie too. And she's got to deal with all her Girl Scout stuff tonight. So we're going tomorrow to it. We're going tomorrow as a family.
Girl
God,
Scouts
you
when
guys
they-
are so white, man. Fucking Girl Scout family, everything. God damn, that's insane.
There was a pool party today. There were like 50
Making those
people in
kids
our
work.
house today. It was crazy. Our house was nuts today. So
Insane.
yeah, good times.
All right, Cassie, take it away.
What up, y'all? Good to be here as always. I woke up like a half hour ago. So what has happened the past 5 hours?
Yawn!
But yeah, Cold Classic Cage here. Follow me on YouTube, even though YouTube is treating me like shit.
Hey, take a number.
You're not
Relax,
alone.
relax, Jeremy. Relax. relax.
Nah,
Yeah, right.
basically, YouTube, forget it, bro. There's a concentration on you, dog. YouTube just forgot that I existed. That's all. So, that's why I've been pushing, multi-streaming on Kick and on Rumble, so you guys can follow me on there, Cult Classic Cage on both. Because if YouTube won't promote my content, well, I'll just have to go find new people elsewhere, which is
Hell yeah.
completely fine by me.
It works wonders. It works wonders.
I mean, to be fair, I've been watching a lot more of Cassie's streams lately. Ironically, while YouTube has been not pushing you, so.
So you admit
No,
you didn't like
I
content
appreciate
before?
I appreciate Smash kind of just like throwing it out there, man. Shout out
Just
Geeks and
saying.
Gamers. Oh, Mike, how you been? How you doing? Cassie, I'm watching your stream. He's just showing love. I appreciate it.
Trying. I'm taking
Absolutely.
shit and turning it into gold here. You know.
Yeah, because
And
when he
then
eventually
turn
goes
around
to
and be like,
jail, he needs somebody
"Man."
to bail him out.
Right.
And-
Bro's
well,
trying
and
to
he's
get
like-
on everybody's
like-
good list.
Like
But then he
Hypno
threw
would
out the
go up-
humble brag like, oh man, all these people at my house right now because of my pool. Mike had a big ass pool.
All right,
in the back.
like, we're in the Girl Scouts, We're fucking.
Well, I will
we're-
say,
we're
I said to my
America
wife
over here.
during the party today, I was like, "This is the one time I'll ever say this. You need a bigger pool." Like it
Damn.
was crazy.
Wow, get that
Bro,
famous.
I need a pool in general. What are you doing?
Must be nice.
That's,
Must be
that's
nice.
that white
man.
privilege right there, man.
Stress is like, I need a job.
I feel like every Italian has a pool.
I
That's
don't have
insane,
a pool.
bro. He got a
I-
pool so big that when he invites me over, I'm thinking it's friendly. He just wants me to clean it.
Oh, man, yo.
That's the kind of pool he's got. He's like, I'll throw up, be like, yeah, bro, this is crazy. He's like, yeah, can you just get to work on cleaning the pool? I'm like, thanks, bro.
Somehow a sombrero pops up on your head.
You thought he invited a Puerto Rican to the suburbs to hang out?
Yeah, it's unheard of.
What's up, Hypno? The pool brush is hanging on the fence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The net's in the corner over there, like half fucking broken. Doesn't pick up shit. But be careful, man, because the pool cleaners, you know what they,
Oh my
I'm
God.
not
You
gonna
know
go
what
there.
they do.
My
I'm gonna
big,
go there, Kay, to stop.
hold on, my big Christmas gift last year was a robot that just drives around the pool cleaning up all the stuff, and it's floating on the top, and it's got what do you call it? The fucking solar stuff on the top of it, so it just goes forever. It's amazing. It just drives around the pool. It's cleaning
I'm
up.
just remembering that clip from Review Tech
That's-
USA. I just need money. That's
I
Jeff.
just do.
That's Jeff. He's got a
I need
fucking
money, I
robot
just do.
cleaning his pool.
Right?
Unbelievable.
That's
Give
wild,
my
bro.
$2 grand back.
He won't even hire Mexicans to clean his pool. He's like, nah, I just did a robot to do it.
I
Well,
mean,
because he knows what the pool boys do.
Modern
Yeah,
problems
that's
require
true.
modern solutions.
I will
Exactly.
say that some people knocked on my door yesterday that I did not check their papers for, and I did pay some money yesterday, so that happened. But I'm
Oh,
supporting
nice.
the community. That's what
Yeah.
I'm doing, right?
Unbelievable.
Crazy work, bro.
This
Speaking
guy
of,
is straight out of California, man.
we got Wyatt Metal,
What's up,
the
everybody?
actual famous person on the panel. Shout out to
I guess so. Even though my YouTube's being crushed too, I'm in the right same boat with all of you. I just went to Iceland to a metal festival. It was awesome. Got invited out there. Had a great time. Came back. The video fucking bombed, and I am pissed. I'm very mad about that. So you guys are in. I'm in the same boat with all of you. And all these talks about World War III. I actually live in blast radius of LA, so I won't see you next week, I guess, because this shit's popping off right
Well, how
now.
far is the blast?
Hell
radius?
yeah.
Would it get to San Diego, or am I good here?
It depends what kind of bomb they use.
That's true.
He actually,
And I am
you guys-
north of San Diego too, as everyone knows from my lawsuit. So
Yeah, so you're closer. But yeah, definitely wish I was back in Iceland watching death metal bands. I have no idea what the current news is in gaming and modern news, so this will be exciting if we survive the whole stream.
Well, I guess we should. I'm more concerned about the people who are on the coasts. So you got Smash JT.
I'm not on the
and
coast,
you.
dude. I am so far inland.
I am on the coast.
Bro, you think a new kid, bro?
God damn.
I could walk to the beach right now, my Bluetooth wouldn't cut off.
We're talking about Iran.
Hold
They're,
on. You
most
guys
of their
saying-
bombs are duds anyway.
You guys are saying I'm the one with the
True.
money, while Wyatt's like, oh, I live on the beach.
Oh, shut the fuck
I'm
up.
just saying. I'm just saying.
I have to go to public water. You have private water in a pool with chlorine. You have people like Hypnotic cleaning it.
No, it's salt water.
Damn.
I don't do chlorine. Get that shit out of here.
Christ.
Oh my god.
No, listen. If you want some encouragement, okay, most of the time, if they're actually gonna like do missile strikes, they're not gonna hit just heavily populated areas just for the sake of it. They usually hit strategic areas. And it just so happens that where I live, like about 2 hours north of where I live, there happens to be like a power grid that if you hit that would fuck up most of the East Coast. So don't worry, I'll probably be the one
All
that
right.
gets fucked up first.
So if his power cuts out, we know what happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, like I
And
said
that's the thing.
before,
like, a
black
lot of
people usually are the
think
ones
that-
who die first in the movies. So
Well, yeah, that's true. Most of the time, people think that they're going to hit like heavily populated areas, and it's like, I mean, they could do that, but it's more likely they're going to hit areas that like have like strategic military value first. So you don't. gotta
That
worry,
makes sense. Yeah, I mean that's what we did
So-
just do.
stop
the guy
talking
thinking that he's
logically.
safe won't
Let's
be.
just fearmonger.
We're all gonna die.
Can we just
subscribe to our channels now because it doesn't matter.
I bet
If
you
it's
CNN
over,
has a
bro.
counter already.
If it's over, I hear them bombs.
World
in
War
the background,
III's
bro.
broke out. We're all gonna die. So just super chat 500 each. It doesn't matter. Fuck it.
Bro, do you guys remember? I'm sure you do, but do you remember when all the mainstream news outlets had a COVID death
I
counter?
was gonna say it.
Oh yeah.
For
Oh yeah.
months on end, bro.
Just
In
ticking.
bright red, scrolling at the bottom of the screen at all times. This is
Yep.
crazy, bro. What the fuck is
Dude,
that?
that was like peak fear mongering too.
Dude,
was
I
like,
have times where
I
I
was falling to that shit. I was like, God damn, this is scary. Like,
I was completely brainwashed at the beginning of that, but yeah, I have moments now where I reflect. I'm like, I can't believe we went through that.
Yep.
And they
How was
loved
that
it.
real?
They loved it when it hit like 1 million. They just put it in big ass like bold numbers.
Yeah, it was like Price is Right.
1 million people engaged.
Yeah. Oh, stop it.
1 million people have died. Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway, all right, guys. That's enough for the tactical nuclear stories. Because we got a lot we got to talk about in gaming, man. Clearly.
I got Zinfandel tonight, by the way.
Great. Before we do that,
I
we
got
got to do
water.
the bet.
I have sativa.
That's great. Are we just showing our
I have
drinks? Okay.
water. Where's my water?
All right.
I
just
got
showing our
Hypno
drinks?
shirt on. I got
Okay.
Hypno shirt on. Huh?
Did you pay for it?
Now it's just getting
Yeah,
gay.
of course I
Fucking
paid for it.
simp.
Yes,
Okay.
you paid
All
for
right.
it.
Well,
That's
he's
the first
paying
question.
for it.
Wait,
Wait a minute.
You send these out
Max
to
is
people?
sipping out for everybody
That
on
was
his
his
No,
first
I
question.
don't send them out to people.
Nah, JT.
How do I get a
JT,
free
you
shirt,
don't,
bro?
you don't
Yeah, I haven't
understand.
got one.
stay with a simp while wearing a quarter black shirt. It's funny.
That's
I wear a
crazy.
Hypno shirt on stage.
Where's my shirt at?
Shut
We
up.
got to do a
want
number
my
one segment
shirt.
on YouTube. Stop it. And that segment is called.
Pre-stream legends.
Yeah.
Thank God. I thought he was gonna fuck it up. I really.
Money, print money, cash,
Money, well.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
Money, well.
capitalism, raise a bunch of money,
Super chat
money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no-code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
That's so good.
That's got to be one of the greatest clips ever made. I know I say it every week, but I
It's so
genuinely
good.
believe that.
Dude,
That is
all
great,
of my
though.
favorite songs this year are like comedy AI songs.
It is unfair how good it is. So StreamYard is still being absolutely gay. So what we're gonna do is just bring up the chat on screen and read them together because that's just how we're gonna go with.
Where are you
Here we go.
streaming? Are you on Rumble, YouTube, and that's it right
I'm
now?
streaming everywhere, bro.
Are you on Kick?
No,
Oh.
What?
no. I was on Kick, and then I deleted it because
Come back to Kick, bro. Come back to Kick.
Such a long time ago.
I'm gonna be honest, Kick kind of sucks, bro.
Oh,
damn!
I'm loving
it. I went to when I left Twitch, I went straight to Kick. I was really happy in the beginning with them. And as soon as I started multi-streaming, I noticed all my numbers dropped. I noticed a bunch of other stuff. No difference. I was streaming just as much on there as I always was. And then they were like, "Hey, we're signing Mr. Fuck ass, streamer guy."
Man, that guy's awesome. I love Mr. Fuck ass streamer guy.
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, look at this guy. We're gonna sign."
Hey, yo,
him,
what
you
the
know?
fuck?
A lot of places
We're
do that
definitely
kind
gonna
of
clip
stuff.
that.
And a lot of people.
Speaking of fuck ass, did you see the story that Amaranth, after completing her $38 million stint with Kick, immediately went right back to Twitch?
Oh my god!
And then she mocked Kick by wearing like a green dress and using a green cup, and she's like, "Well, that's that."
Dude, you know what? I kind of respect that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say,
fuck.
she didn't get mad at that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's her fucking prize. A woman has
Told
no
you.
commitment.
$38 million,
Fuck ass
bro.
herself, bro.
But
Give her
that's
all
why
that fucking
Kick
money didn't mean nothing to him.
That's why now Kick, with the current push that they're doing with Asmongold and Tectone, they're not offering contracts anymore. You got all these fucking YouTubers complaining about, oh, they're not giving me money, offer me because I'm big, I should get money. Like, nah, bro, because look what all the people before you just fucked. Or like they fucked Mixer. Mixer got fucked for that. Like all these platforms got fucked trying to do
They all got
retirement plans. Basically, they're retirement plans. You gave someone a $40 million contract. You think they're gonna suddenly start grinding every day and stream hard? No, bro.
Hell no.
They gotta sit there with their feet up, pretending to be arguing with their husband.
We missed our window, man. Fuck.
Seriously.
Yeah.
True.
I do feel like that the way YouTube's fucking us right now. Like, God.
Listen, we got Blue Octopussy with a 5. What do you call a lesbian with braces? A box cutter. How we feeling about that?
Damn.
God damn, that's crazy.
Not bad.
Box cutter.
That was
That's
good.
fucking wild, bro.
That was
is
good.
insane.
That's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was insane.
I might have to start calling them box cutters now, but I don't know if YouTube feel like that. Next is Doctor with a 5. The worst part of a head from a chick with
blue-haired
braces
box cutter.
is seeing your kids behind bars at such a young age, bro.
Oh,
Damn.
Damn. God damn.
What is
Oh,
happening?
yeah.
Bars, bro.
Y'all are on it
The
today,
stream
bro.
has never opened up that strong before. What the
Hell
fuck
yeah.
is that? We got Toxin with a 269. This poll is hurting my brain. Did you guys see the poll?
Yes.
You got some really difficult decisions to make.
I went with the big
did
boobs,
not.
and that's the
I
high
voted-
percent. So
Wait,
I
which
voted
one's
for
the big
easiest
boobs?
ones.
the one where it's like the stinky ass but big boobs.
No,
Ew.
you nasty.
What?
You
That's
nasty.
disgusting.
You should have did
fuck did this fool just say?
You should have did the classical thing, which is the gums.
Yeah, I voted for the gum
teeth is
jobs.
the answer, bro. I'm sorry.
What?
The gums is the answer, man.
It's
You gotta get the
disgusting,
gums.
bro.
This man said,
Oh,
yeah, dude.
man.
Hey, her
Gum job,
ass
bro?
stink, but she can suck a golf ball to a straw.
Big
Hell
booty,
yeah.
ugly face, big.
What was
boobs,
that
stank.
clip ages ago? But they're like, I like it a little stinky. That smashed AT right there. I
Oh,
forgot what
no,
that is.
that is not me.
Oh, that
God
Bugs
damn.
Bunny clip.
That is-
I'm going for.
He said, I just need a little bit of seasoning on it. Don't-
Oh my
Damn.
god, that's nasty. Stop it. Moving on.
Not a gum job. That makes
Refrigerator
sense, bro.
Sasquatch. It does
Bro.
make sense. Refrigerator Sasquatch for it too. Is your water from the fridge? It should be. I hate this account, bro. This is from that fucking game Date Everything. Somebody made a fucking fridge account immediately. It's terrible.
Oh,
Mad Amoeba for a 10. Evening Gooters. My play booster box for Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering came in by surprise today. So now I get to watch the stream while opening. Nice.
I'm sorry.
Nice. Enjoy that.
It's
Enjoy
awesome
that.
when you get
Sorry.
really cool exclusive
Stop being a
things you
hater,
get to show
Shakira.
off. That's cool.
It's fucking magic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yo, did you see that the One Ring sold for like $2 million to Post Malone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see
The
that.
Magic the Gathering, the
It
guy
makes
who
me
pulled that
wonder-
card.
It
Yeah.
makes me really
Oh,
wonder how much this one of a kind exclusive Switch 2 day one
Fucking guy's coin out of here. Thank you. Thank
Nobody
you.
cares
I'm
about
so
your shield
tired
coin.
of this
God
bullshit.
damn it.
Everybody cares about the coin. That's why you had to take me off.
I saw you on the
Every
garage
week.
keep talking about this. I got my Switch 2 at Best Buy. They didn't offer me no goddamn coin.
That's what
How
I'm
did you get that?
saying, because I'm better. I'm big.
Look at my fucking coin. I got
Chat.
a little fucking
I'm
coin.
better.
Mike's not getting
Yeah.
sued by multiple people.
Hold
He can
on,
afford the
hold on.
coin.
Yeah.
It's true.
Does
Well,
anybody
let's
care
see
about
the
a fucking shield coin, cat?
Everybody
No.
cares. That's why y'all getting upset about it. If you don't care, you just let me talk about it and embarrass
I'm not
myself.
upset.
There
I'm
ain't nothing
just saying-
embarrassing about this. Look at
I'm
how
just
shiny
saying
that
I'm
bitch
jealous.
is.
I want
Look
it.
at the halo. Look at it.
I'm
Look,
not
you see the
mad.
halo right there?
I'm gonna
Look at that
steal
shit.
that fucking coin. I hope you understand.
You only
I'm-
want
That
to
reminds
steal
me
it
when you
because
get
it
that,
means
like-
something.
only
You only
'cause
want to
it
steal it
means
because it's
you. That's
valuable,
why I'm
bro.
stealing it.
Exclusive, one of a kind.
Yo.
What? One of a kind?
There's
One of a
thousands
kind.
of people.
Do
with
you
that
have
fucking
one,
coin.
Smash?
No, I don't. But I saw
That's
Best
what I'm
Buy
saying.
advertising them.
That's all I need to say. You ain't
My
even
man
got
is
one, bro.
chill. He's got the shill coin. That's literally what it's
got
called. I don't care what
all
anybody
these
says.
people, all these people run around. I'm gonna go 3D print me one of these. I'm gonna go find one on the internet. Blah blah. It ain't the
No,
same.
fuck that. You know what? I'm gonna
Yo,
make
son,
a
that
Smash
shit look like
JT
ass
coin.
to even bother trying to replicate it. Like,
I'm
nah.
gonna make a Smash JT coin. Fuck that thing.
It ain't the same. It'll never be the same because I got
Moving
this and
on.
you didn't.
Moving on.
This
Adair
is
Soto. Thank you, Adair Soto, for the 1 membership. I appreciate you. Magnum Norwich with a 10. Captain Sugarfoot is here.
Oh no.
What the fuck?
Crazy.
That's crazy
crazy.
work.
Damn.
The Mervoth for 4 months of legendary status is EpicMike, the Atreus replacement. Never mind, he is here.
Oh God.
Damn.
David Elias for 5 months of legendary status. 2025 is Christmas every day. We're going to be fine, and this too shall pass. Also, the Bigot Army is loved by God. We're fine. Grab the popcorn.
And you have way too much
Don't tell that
positivity
to
to be
certain
in here.
people, bro. Certain people don't want to be hearing that, bro. Bring
You're
their
way too
God into
positive
it.
for YouTube.
Yeah, it's way too positive. But we love you anyway, David Elias. Magnum Norris for a 10. This is the only show where Sugarfoot ain't the only black person.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No.
No, Kata's in G&G, right?
Kate is
Yeah.
in G&G now. Yeah, he done fucked.
But
it
are
all
you
up.
guys
Threw up
together
the
on the
vibes.
same stream normally?
Yeah. Tuesday night's main event. Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a little.
I
room.
figured they
Listen,
were
I
like
had to find a way to
separate you guys.
make myself diverse, so I picked up the coin. So now I'm
Yo,
special.
somebody
again.
said that ain't Atreus, it's AI. Damn.
That's why he keeps looking off.
That's what I said on that
'cause it
video
get-
when he was
it
at
got
that
the
pool
eyes
party.
right.
GDR with a 5. Cast rocking the PlayStation hat so hot. I'm swelling so much I have to take off my pants.
Damn.
Hey,
Jesus.
yo.
He's ready
Your
to
pants
risk
are
it
too
all.
tight, bro.
I don't think you donated enough to be able to say that.
That's crazy. Young Stub with a 2. Way too much diversity here. Buckle up for World War III figs.
Oh Lord.
We're excited. Bruce Fields for a 2. Saturday Night Melanin. Bro, is it really getting that black now?
Yo, wow.
Yeah.
I guess it is. Half
is kinda
of the
black here.
people.
Should I turn
I mean,
like
I-
a light on right now?
Yeah, you got to get
No.
like Ryan Roger Athe fucking white.
Just because my camera's off doesn't count.
We got BioT19 with a 5. What do you call a movie about a gangster hobbit? YOLO Swaggins and the Fellowship of the Bling. Just wait, this will be real. It definitely will be. Nexus will sponsor it. Not Nexus, I'm sorry. Netflix will sponsor it.
Yeah, Nexus. definitely
Actually,
would not.
Nexus Mods will probably sponsor it too. With anyway, that's fine.
Yep.
Schick74 with 199. Kata, that is a don't rag.
Oh God, that was so corny, dude. Almost. Good
Should
show.
I do it? Should I do it?
Oh. Damn it.
Thank you. Thank you. What a
The
terrible
Mervoth for a
joke.
2 says Hypnotic being in New York like me equals screwed for the fallout. Bro, I don't know how many times I need to tell people I am not a resident of New York. I don't know how many times. It's because of fucking Alyssa Mercante's thing. Bro, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to help her lawsuit. But don't worry about it. Anyway.
He's in Connecticut.
Needless to say, I'm not going to die from a nuclear fallout if it hits
I was
New
going to
York.
say that. That's exactly what I was about to say.
It's so funny. The nuclear fallout's going to hit New York, and then I'm going to stream the next day, and they're going to be like, "Wow, I guess he's not in New York. Everybody
Right.
else is dead."
No,
Carl
you just
B
won't
with a
No,
2.
they're not going to
just
say
won't
anything
die.
because they're all in New York.
Well, the thing is,
That's
no.
yeah, facts.
Oh,
That is a
holy
fact.
shit! That is factual information.
That is.
There you
fucked.
go.
Even fucking what's his name from Sweet Baby? What's his name? Chris Kindred. Yeah, he's in Brooklyn,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
See what's
God
going to happen?
damn.
Is like the power's going to go out. Hypno's going to start streaming. You'll be like, oh, he's on his own separate grid. That's what it is.
That's insane, bro.
He was already in a Fallout bunker.
Maybe we do
Exactly.
need it. You know what? Never mind. I'm still on YouTube. Lucifer. Wait, actually, I'm sorry. Cal B with it too. Kata, Atreus. Played that game yet? I bet you have.
No, dude. You
Yes,
want to
you
know
have.
what the name of the game is?
bet you
Hold on,
have.
hold on.
Oh,
Hold
no.
on, hold on, hold on. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm
Is
gonna
it
tell you
YouTube
guys.
safe?
It is. Hold on. Let me go to the library. It is called Mr. Furry Hot Muscles.
What?
I wouldn't play that either.
Are you playing that
Yeah.
tonight on the
No,
New
no,
Black
we're-
Street?
No, we're playing Ape War.
What the fuck are you playing?
You say Ape War?
He said Ape War.
It's called Ape
That's a
War,
way
where,
better choice.
You got guns and grenade launchers and vehicles and your apes fighting each
Moving on. Lucifer Morningwood for 6 months of literal legendary status as a Bigot Army general. Just woke
Hell
up
yeah.
to a Blood of the Dawn Walter gameplay vid now. SNH. I am bricked. No Diddy, but all the oil. I haven't seen it yet. I was gonna react to it on Hypnocast, but I know these guys were talking about it. Now you guys are talking about it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. Kyle B for a 2. Kata, Atreus, Smash, Hypno, Mr. Furry stream party.
Oh my
No.
god.
You can switch me out with Cassie. She could do it. It's fine. Magnum Norris with a 50 says I use code diabetes Mike and they didn't give me the discount. What the fuck, Mike?
That's crazy.
That's not the code, but
I need
Yo,
a
I
holy-
forgot to say.
Holy shit.
I did actually get a Meta PC using that code. You're welcome.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Y'all
I
got any?
actually did.
Oh,
Y'all got any codes for
let's
Costco
go.
PC?
I actually
that's the
did.
kind of that's the power of the coin.
I'm playing
That's
Modded
what I'm
GTA
saying,
right
bro.
on it right now.
Come on. Yo, what
Let's
the fuck
go.
is going on? You good?
Bro, what is he doing, man?
Is the
Oh,
nuclear
no.
fallout hitting you right now?
Is
Though?
he on his iPhone?
It started. It's going.
That's the
They went for the
Gooner
blacks
cam, bro.
first.
That's the back shot camera.
Ain't
Oh,
no way. Knock it off.
Yo, son.
That's
Knock
the
it
back
off,
shot
Mike.
camera, bro.
What the
Man,
fuck?
it's dead. It's dead.
He's
It
gone.
was
That's
part
it.
of
They
their
got
attempted
him. They
peace
got
deal.
him.
That's
They
crazy.
got him. The first victim of the nuclear fallout, Atreus. They got him.
They're attempting
All right,
a peace deal with Trump.
Oh no! I just got to gift the game from Cassie. I don't even want to. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to the end. I'm gonna wait to the end. This is what it feels like. All right, I see.
That's wild, bro.
Thank you, Magnum Norris. Raptor Kratos with a 2 smash needs to got AA. Okay.
Yeah.
David Elias with a 2. It's just the introductions, and I'm
Wait, hold
laughing
on.
hard.
Hold up.
That's a
He's
plus.
talking about AA games, not like AA meetings, right?
Sure. But Imagine's probably a second one.
Sure. Yes.
Sure.
Oh, he fixed it. Raptor Kratos with a 2 smash needs to go to AA.
Oh.
Like stop playing AAA and go to
No,
AA.
No,
AA
you need to go to AA. You know what it means. Dimension Suite for 6 months. I can't support Trump anymore. I voted for no new conflicts. I will not vote in an election again. Yeah, that's true. He is screwing over a lot of the people that voted for him. That was one of the biggest things that he ran on, and now this is happening. It's a no bueno. It's a no bueno.
Sounds like
it
some
does
George
indeed
Bush
suck,
shit
but
all
like
over
it,
again.
is it really a surprise? Is it really?
Well, I mean, considering how his first term went, it is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Unlike the Biden, shills and fanboys that will let their overlord get over with anything without ever saying a thing, a lot of people that voted for Trump are saying, they're speaking out against it. So
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone who's been like everyone on the right, just a MAGA cult believes anything Trump says. Like everyone I know is pissed about this.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who's excited about it. And if
I
they
even
are,
heard Jeremy
who knows?
saying like MAGA does not agree with some. I'm like, damn, even Jeremy's saying this shit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well.
But this conflict has been spewing for a long time. It's hitting its apex now at this point, I think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I never know how to say this guy's names. I'm just gonna say Nico. Nico with a CLP 5000 saying absolutely
Nico, let's
nothing.
go
Thank you so
bowling.
much. Appreciate you. We got Bud.
Nico, bro, cousin.
Dude, Bud every stream, bro. 5 memberships, 10 memberships. Shout out to Bud. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. You fucking legend.
Shout out, Bud,
We
bro.
got Hoodblade. Is this a Trace's alt account? Hoodblade with a 499.
Hey.
Currently driving from central to northern Michigan, as Mike explains. This is right where the bombs would drop. Smiley face. Oh, you got this.
Yeah, damn, son.
You
That's my
got
boy
this.
Nate.
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
no, he's a cool dude. So shout
It's
out.
fine.
Nate.
Everything's fine.
Just drive a little bit faster than you
Yeah,
normally
you be all right,
would.
bro. You just drive a little faster, man. Yeah.
Hit that shit and boost. We got King Demon Wing with the 5 membership. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you, sir. And then John Q fucking Ghost with a $50 super. I never get $50 super stickers, bro. What is this? I didn't even know this was. Is
That's
this
a
thing
pair
nuking the
destroying a
city?
town.
What is happening?
Yeah.
What's,
Yeah, he's stomping
Yeah,
his
it looks like it.
John
Saying,
Q
you guys don't
Ghost.
need those savings anymore.
Seriously. John Q Ghost with the 50. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. You absolute fucking legend. We got Radoka with a 5, mainly PC gaming, but does Death Stranding 2 seem to have little hype, not talked about much for a game coming out next week? Not interested in myself.
Wait, it's coming out next week?
Yeah.
Put that next
So
week.
basically, yeah, it
Damn.
has no hype behind it.
Damn. I mean,
Unless you're a
they should've
PlayStation
just-
fanboy.
They should have just shadow dropped it at this point because it's like no one's even talking about it. Shadow drop will get more attention.
I'm gonna
It's gonna
say
get all the awards anyway.
Yeah.
You think so? Maybe, yeah, you're right. Jeff Keighley and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, outside
It's
of
a
game of the
swallow
year,
up
'cause
Kojima.
Expedition 33 will get that. But
Bro, I
every game-
spoke to someone recently. They shall remain anonymous for obvious reasons. But man, the shit talking on Jeff Keighley is interesting from someone who is very deep in the sauce, let's just say, in the gaming industry. So
You know what's funny? When I was on this Iceland trip, I was told all the dirt on the metal industry and told like everything I've been saying is right. It's basically the exact same you guys with journalists, and when you hear the inside and be like, no, all the thing you guys are saying is true. I got that same experience with metal. It was really satisfying.
crazy. But in terms of Death Stranding, what I will say is the same thing I say all the time is I know a lot of people have opinions about Death Stranding 1, walking simulator, all that stuff. I was a huge fan of Hideo Kojima games, and Death Stranding 1 is that one game that I feel like I let the public perception decide whether or not I played that game. And as a fan of his games, I shouldn't have done that. I should have tried it for myself. I still plan to try it for myself at some point, but that train is pretty much like, that train has left the station. It's gone. It's
in a weird way, I was kind of the same way about it, where I was like, I was gonna try it, but then the whole vibe was like
Yeah.
the walking simulator. I was like, I don't have time.
I actually played it. It is a walking simulator.
Well,
It's not
where it
good?
is now, it kind of got like the cyberpunk situation going on, where it started as a walking simulator, and now they actually added some stuff that's more than just walking. So it's not just that anymore.
Oh,
It's
you
got
get the
some-
job now?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
man.
Exactly.
right. You get to carry a box while doing it.
To be
No,
fair, I
don't
didn't
know.
get past the first hour of the game.
Most
Oh my
people
God.
did. The game's kind of it was wild.
I'm gonna try it eventually. Because like I said, I like the way that he presents his stories. I always have. I know some people don't like it because they're usually cutscene heavy. Almost all his games are cutscene heavy, but I like his games.
Well,
but that, like I said, that was the one game that I heard that and I was like, I'll just wait. And then it just never came to be. So I'll get to it.
I just recently played the first 3 Metal Gear Solid games, dude, and I was kind of blown away. I was like, this guy is kind of a fucking genius. Like, I don't always agree with all of the stuff he does, but like, I don't know. It's interesting. So I kind of want to try it because I kind of feel the same way. I'm like 3 bangers in a row like that. You almost gonna give him the benefit.
I mean, if
of
you
the doubt that
ever
he's working on something.
fantasized about delivering pizzas, it's a great game for you.
Man is shitting on his legs. Anyway, moving on. But you're right. There is no hype behind it right now, and I think it's because I don't know. It's just a situation with that particular franchise. Schick with 199. Mike's coin is an awesome coin. It rains. All right, I guess we're
It's
just
blasphemous, but thank
toxic
you.
positivity, lying. What the fuck is this, bro? What is this? Epic Meek Sugarfoot stump fetish for a 5.
That's
Hi,
crazy.
Meeky. I'm gooning for that stump. I got the KY ready.
Ain't no
Oh,
stop. Stop.
What the fuck just happened?
God damn.
What is this?
Why?
Full fucking stop, fam.
Nah, man.
I'm
What's
throwing
going
the
on?
coin in the trash, bro. I'm done.
I knew this shit was garbage, but I got it.
I'm cooked, bro. I'm just
Insane.
That's some wild shit, bro.
That is wild. Corn Boy. Hold on, wait. Yeah, Corn Boy with 189. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Next is Doctor with a 10. Fellowship of the Bling. I'd support it. We're gonna have to make it a thing, man. Many Peregrine for 189. Will you get a coffee brand coffee challenge coin? Smash will get one for sure. Space Monkey 489. So when did we get Anchorage, Alaska DLC and Liberty Prime? I'm going with the Enclave XO1 power armor and Tesla's launcher. That sounds amazing. Make it happen.
Yeah.
As long as I can pilot an Evangelion, I think I'll be super excited. Let me make.
Okay. I almost almost had a whole fan moment because the XO power armor is like XO1 power armor is my favorite. So I'm gonna retain I'm refrain from losing my shit here.
Let's not nerd out. Let's not nerd out.
Yeah. Not
Dead
right
Star with a 2. Our homeboy at Jeremy Webb. Yo, is he in the chat? I saw him like a week or two ago, but I always want to make sure he's good.
Yeah, I was
Especially
thinking about
since,
him last night. I haven't seen him for a while. So I was
especially
like,
since shit is hitting the fan now over there.
yeah.
If anybody sees Jeremy Webb, make sure to shout it out or let me know you saw him in another stream or whatever. We got Backbone EJ8 with a really sus 189 saying yum. I'm just gonna kind of let that fly in the air there. And then Blue White Scorpio for 189 says Kino in TMNT2 delivered pizzas and he was a G.
True.
That's cool. He
All
didn't
right.
have to spend $60 on a video game doing that thing though. So
Fantastic.
Damn.
All right, Rumble, and then we're gonna get to the topics after the gifted game that I gotta look to see what cat. You know what? Let me just do it now. What the fuck did Cassie do, bro? I'm scared here. Hold on, let me go. Apparently, there's 11 gifts. I don't think it's
She
all
over
from
there
Cassie.
cheesing.
She's cheesing, bro. What the fuck? You cheesing? All right, let's go through the gifted games really quick. Hold on. So, what the fuck this girl did? So we got No Hearts Left just gifted a ton of games and put a dad joke for everyone, bro. We're gonna have to wait. Give me 1 second. What did Cassie?
That's what's up.
Hypno
Hypno Mama?
Oh, what the fuck is Hypno Mama?
Hell no.
Not
Boy, you
Hypno Mama.
Bro,
God
and look
damn.
at the comment. She says with an evil face, you know what time it is, bro.
Oh,
Ain't no fucking way.
She's trying to
Hypno
fuck Hypno
Mama.
Mom.
you know what time it is.
You know what
Bro.
time it is.
Bro,
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
wild.
That's
Yo, who the
hilarious.
fuck is this? Big Daddy Pump on YouTube says enjoy. Hentai Mermaid Serena.
Don't zoom in on that.
God.
I think
She's
he might-
wet,
he might have
hot,
meant to
and
send that
ready
me
to bear
instead.
it all. Bro, you guys need to
Gotta
repent,
play
bro.
'em.
Cassie, is this a community you're fostering? I sound like a leftist right
Absolutely.
now. Holy shit.
I'm
Let's
glad my
scroll up
Steam
really
code
quick,
isn't in the
man.
chat.
Yo, there's some fire ass games in there though.
Yeah.
No Hearts Left gifted Deadly Premonition. The director's cut says, why are elevator jokes so good? They work on so many levels. Did you hear about the guy who invented
fuck off.
lifesavers? He made a mint. Oh my
Man.
God, bro. Every single one of these is going to be dad jokes. Detention. He says, I asked a librarian in the library had books on paranoia. She whispered, they're right behind you. Oh, that's kind of creepy. I like that.
That's awesome.
That wasn't
I like
bad,
that one.
actually.
That's a good one.
Happy's
missed
Humble Burger Farm? What the fuck is this? I used to play piano by ear, but now I use my hands. I made a pencil with 2 erasers. It was pointless.
Okay.
I respect
This is
the
rough,
hustle.
bro.
Shut up. These stupid puns, man.
Parapecia.
I respect the hustle.
That
Why
was
did
a
the
good one.
bicycle? Why did the bicycle fall over? It was too tired. Oh my God! I'm really good at my sleep schedule. I can do it with my eyes closed. Bro, I'm still
That's
stuck on the
too
too tired
fuck.
thing. Vampire, which I played this on PlayStation. Shout out to No Hearts Left. What do you call a snowman with a 6-pack? An abdominable man. A snowman, sorry. I couldn't figure out why the baseball kept getting bigger. Then it hit me. Oh my God.
That wasn't bad.
Stop laughing at these. I hate y'all.
That's a 2-strike joke because it's like the phrase "then it hit me," like the
That's a
realization,
good one.
but then it's also like then it hit you because it got closer. Anyway, that's amazing.
The baseball joke was a 2-strike.
Visage. Yeah, fuck you, man. You have to throw that in there too.
Yeah.
Visage says, I bought shoes from a drug dealer once. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day. Oh, that's a 3-strike. My
Jeez,
God.
that's terrible.
This man is living his best life.
Dudley's arse. Dudley's arse. It's 4-player. Gave me Road Redemption. Who got this game gifted in Smash?
Somebody gifted it to me
Fire.
too.
I
Hold
got
on,
that
so-
gifted last night. Yeah,
We
it's
should
on sale
probably
right now
play
for
that.
$2.99. It actually looks pretty good. I was watching it. It's like road.
Thank
rat.
you, Dudley.
It's good shit.
Thank you, Dudley. Dead Star, to remind you of a time long, long ago when you might not have sucked so outlandishly, so diabolically, so I can't say that word, manically, I can't say it, at video games.
I think you said it right.
Command and Conquer Remastered Collection. That's awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to you, Dead Star. I
Back when
fucking
EA was
loved
good,
Command and
because-
Conquer. Yeah.
because EA didn't make it. Didn't they buy the company that made it?
Jones says, here you go, dude, just because. Lethal Company, a co-op horror game.
Oh,
We gotta play horror. We gotta play horror games in October. That's just gotta be the thing.
100%.
Steam
Yeah,
summer
I-
sale right around the corner. Starts the
I make
26th.
terrible
Hype.
choices.
26.
I still
Hold
haven't
on.
played. I still haven't played Mouthwash. Did
I'm
you
black.
play that, Hypno?
I have not. I have it though. Hold on.
me
Wait,
too.
not. I didn't mean to do that.
Has
This,
anyone on the panel played mouthwash?
No, but I've heard good things. But I also heard that the game dev is kind of a prick.
No, I covered that. It was somebody on the side. It wasn't the actual dev.
Atreus that he has.
Yeah, I played.
Okay, cool. That
Old
might
man
actually play it then.
gifted zombies ate my femboy.
I got that one too. Yep, old man did me dirty.
She goes, I
too.
got that one too.
Bro, y'all gotta go to jail
crazy.
for some of these
This is-
names, bro.
For real.
The repent
Like-
is wild.
I'm
Wild.
all about like just just get rid of free speech, bro. No more. Like, you can't have
All
it
right,
anymore.
listen. Rumble quickly. Rumble for $1 says DJ Roadkill. For $1 says DJ is a hoe. Nice. Got to fight in the super chats. Roadkill for $1. Kata, you finished that pinky toe necklace? Jesus.
What are you talking about, bro?
Adam Jr. for a 2. Kata is wearing an only welfare hat. Wow, that's
Wow, that's crazy.
Adam
Only
Jr. for a
welfare
2.
is
Don't
vile.
lose your mind like the quartering. Reduced ads because doesn't understand YouTube is adding more ads. There you go. Slavery game for $1. Robocock clean smashes pool. Roadkill for $1. Atreus actually paid for dinner with Alyssa. Anti-Federalist paying with a 5. Iran doesn't have the capability of hitting strategic targets in the U.S. They are a terrorist state with dirty bombs and chemical weapons, and pop centers would be more likely.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Studi Mims for a 20 says, Hail Hypnocast guests. You guys are the truth. Hail Hypnotic, the hardest working streamer on the net. Hail to the whole Rumble chat crew. We are small in numbers, but we are loyal as a wolf pack. Shout out to Snooty Mims. Thank you, brother. Anime Mania with 1 membership. Thank you, sir. Anti-Federalist playing with $1. Y'all are the voices in my head while I clean guns tonight. Take that as you will. That's sucks, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, yo, Paul.
That's us. YouTube. Anyway, Adam Jimin with a 2. Iran would target the U.S. and hit China. They lost their targeting system.
Yo, that's crazy.
That's pretty funny, actually. Gray the Merchant with $1. Mike had to suck to get the coin. Atreus is here finally.
What
Kata,
happened?
brought to you
Who
by.
said that?
I said Gray the Merchant. Kata, brought to you by Insert a Brand. We are having a great time. Love you all, except Atreus, just after he went out for milk, keys, etc. Anti-Federalist playing with a 2. He hit strategic targets in the Middle East in the first term, and his stance on Iran nukes have been the same since 11. I hate the daddy Trump will fix it mentality, but this isn't the reason. There you go. And that's it. Well, no, we got 2 more on YouTube.
Stop
Rapid
making
Kratos
sense
with a
on this
5.
channel.
Kata, Jacob, Fatu versus Solo for the U.S. titles. Thoughts? You can give them after.
Yes.
The Mervoth with a 2. Will the online weirdos become super mutants? Probably.
Hopefully.
And then Backbone EJ8 with a super sticker for $1.99 saying vlog. Why are you? Oh, okay, I guess. And now we are officially caught up. Holy shit, boys. That was an absolutely insane pre-stream legend. What are we doing? I way into the first topic. I want to talk about Sega because apparently something major has happened with Sega that everybody is talking about. And Smash was a little bit scared to talk about it on his stream last night.
Well, I might talk about it tonight.
Everyone else a pussy, but then he wants to anyway. Smash JT did not talk about the fact that this is huge news, by the way. Sega somehow, some way, accidentally, and this is in a world, by the way, where obviously sales figures are not well known, and they're going with players engaged. Some publishers and studios are going with players engaged. They're not talking about copies sold, et cetera, et cetera. Well, Sega accidentally made sales data public for 11 of their major games.
And it was actually like, because I checked on it first, and it was like it was their slide presentation, and it was actually from Sega. So it is a real story. It's not like,
legit,
was it hacked?
no.
And it's like, no, this is real.
I made sure before we covered it because this is pretty huge, right? So people always wonder like what the numbers look like, and obviously this is Sega, so it's not like we're talking about some of these bigger crazy publishers, even though Sega's a big publisher still. But everybody will love to know what the Dragon Age of Veilguard real numbers were, but obviously we're never going to get that. But
True.
So let's go down to this. Hopefully it hasn't been taken down yet. Let me see.
I got it all up here if you need it. So
I don't think they're going to take it
know.
down because at the end of the day, they made it public, right? It's not like somebody
Well, Ubisoft
internally
made some of their
leaked it.
stuff public too, and then they took it down. Then they started striking people. So
No. The game that you're talking about with Ubisoft, they leaked that shit. It got leaked from somebody internally. It wasn't planned. Not like this. This was
true.
This was like leaked, but it was them in their public presentation. They did
like it was a mistake. Like
yeah,
they're
it was a
"Oh, shoot."
mistake.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think it's pretty safe to cover it.
I don't know. I told you in the pre-show, I'm just a little gun shy with how everyone's been treating content creators these days.
No, I get it. I don't think it's copyrighted with the
have enough
U.S.
lawsuits
fucking
at the
library
moment.
or whatever it's called.
Right.
Congress. So anyway, we got something interesting. So Persona 5, I think Persona games everybody pretty much knows sells pretty well for the most part.
Yep.
In fiscal year of 2020, 1.03 million units sold. And then fiscal year 21, 700,000 copies sold. Fiscal year 22, 350,000. Fiscal year 23, 1.82 million.
Did they have a remake come out, or was it put on more platforms? Because that makes no sense.
Yeah, it was put on more platforms.
I think it was
Looked
more
on-
platforms and probably was sales. Because remember, these are copies. This is not dollar amount.
Good point. Okay.
So 1.82 million copies. Fiscal year 24, 1.60 million copies. And then 25. So it's been consistently above 1.5 million copies after multi-platform.
That's
For a while, I know Persona 5 was exclusive to the PlayStation platform. It was on PS. PS. The original started out on PS3, but then the Royale version, was a PS4, I think, and PS5.
And then
Well, let's
PS
do some
Vita
investing,
too, right?
Hold on.
They had PS Vita versions.
Persona
Not for Persona 5.
No. I'm talking Golden. But yeah.
Yeah, Persona 4
25,
Golden. Yeah.
24, 22, 22. Okay, so fun fact. Fiscal year 22 to 23 is when it came out on Steam.
Wow.
Persona 5 Royale. So look at the numbers difference, bro.
Dude,
PC, Steam numbers don't matter. Like, bro, I'm so tired of people saying that shit.
Like, these numbers should prove to publishers to stop doing exclusivity on platforms for consoles.
Not gonna happen.
Like, it's crazy. Although maybe they know and they can double dip on people, like what Take-Two does with GTA. Like, oh, it's gonna be PlayStation first, when they know everyone's gonna buy it again on PC afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the estimations on Steam, they're estimating about 3 million copies sold. So it makes sense.
Mhm.
Cassie.
No, exclusives are dying. I mean, that is not really much of a thing anymore. Usually it's like a year, though. So it's like, if it happens, it's like for a year. It's like, oh, well, my catalog, my back catalog will be fine. And there's plenty of new games to indulge
where
in.
I'm
But
at.
look at Stellar Blade. It's like they money-hatted Stellar Blade. They PlayStation published Stellar Blade. But technically the devs didn't need to do all that. They just want to maximize profit. That was their idea. But Stellar Blade didn't sell PS5s. Like, what was the point of that? The PC sales proved that motherfuckers had no problem waiting a whole year and then just buying it in droves. So, I mean, the whole point of exclusives was to sell consoles, and that really isn't a thing anymore. So,
Well, didn't Sony own part of Shift Up or have an investment with them?
I don't believe so. I just know that they struck a deal together.
They have a
I think they
strong
partially
partnership.
funded the game, if I'm not mistaken. The
I'm
first
just
game.
checking right now. It's they have a strong partnership with Sony, particularly through collaboration like Stellar Blade. The partnership with Sony has brought Shift Up into the AAA console space, but yeah, there's no official ownership.
Yeah, I
there.
think I think more than anything else, the partnership with Sony was to bring them to like the the gaming, the gaming sphere, not mobile gaming. Like, I think that was to differentiate themselves, and I can understand that. Partnering with Sony gave them a lot of legitimacy, especially since they were making a legitimate video game. So I can understand that.
I just think it's funny because all these major AAA companies like EA, Sony, Square, they're all, or Sony specifically, are all interested in buying live service companies when the money's being made from games like Stellar Blade and Expedition 33 and all these other games. But they're not looking at buying those studios because they're like, oh, there's no money in this. It's like, that's where the fucking money is, you idiots.
Sonic Frontiers is interesting. Sonic Frontiers, when it came out in 23, 3.2 million copies in that year.
Hell yeah.
And then it kind of I don't want to say fizzled out because these are still good numbers, but 760 and 24 and 610 and 25. And then you got Team Sonic Racing, 1.38 when it first came out, and then it just kind of fizzled out from there.
That's a
but
lot.
still, it went to
Yeah,
3. So the
Although,
totals.
that was
Persona's
also
at
that was also on iPad too. So
yeah.
yeah.
Who the fuck is playing Team Sonic Racing on iPad? Let's be real.
Yeah, what?
Surprise.
I mean,
You'd
not
be
my
surprised.
kids, but there's a lot of kids that were when it came out. I
mean,
remember.
In all
I don't
fairness,
believe
these are games that aren't really getting like major major DLC or anything like that from what I know. And
Yeah.
nothing that's caught traction by any means. So these are like sort of, Sega isn't really good at live service and they don't really try it. So Sonic Superstars, Sonic Team Racing kind of came out. It was popular for a little bit, then just dropped. So that's just kind of what it is.
I thought Yakuza would like a Dragon would be a little bit higher than this, to be honest with you. I mean, the numbers seem to have boosted some years, probably through multiple sales of some kind, because I know these games go on sale often. But 2.8
Yeah, I've seen it on
million
sale for as
copies.
low as I've seen it for like $5 or $10.
If
So-
you're playing Yakuza Like a Dragon over Judgment, then you're a fucking loser. I'm just saying.
True.
Damn,
Ouch.
Cassie going hard, man.
I
He's not
tried
wrong.
it. It's the main protagonist is a Homo sapien to say the least, but he ain't fucking with Yagami, bro.
That's insane. And then Three Kingdoms has a total of 3.21 million, and Sonic Superstar, something a little bit more recent, 2.43 million after only 2 years, which is, man, Sonic does pretty decent.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
decent.
Sonic is the headline of Sega.
You got
I just feel
Persona
like
3 Reload at
I feel like, well,
2
before you go on to the next one,
million.
I feel like Sega
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do with Sonic. I feel like they just kind of like
No, okay. I will say that is true. They did not know what the fuck they were doing with Sonic after like Shadow the Hedgehog back in 06. They
Mhm.
just threw out a bunch of bullshit that like did or did not work out, and it was just some of the most unmemorable shit. Then Frontiers dropped. They were like, "Oh, okay, this is what y'all wanted."
Yep.
They gave us more of that.
Do you think
Nobody care
they're at
about
this
that
point where
hamster.
what the hamster?
What?
The hedgehog?
Why do they care about that hamster?
Wait, what?
The
I don't know what
fuck?
the hell he's talking about.
He can repent for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's retarded.
That's retarded. So, and then we got Warhammer 3 at 2.34 million, SMTV at 2.11 million, and then Persona 3 Reload for only 2 years at almost 2.1 million. So Persona 3 is hitting pretty strong too.
Even despite being on Game Pass.
Exactly. And there's more. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
this is
By the way,
interesting.
Falstaff
What?
said, good thing Leon's not here. Good point. Leon's missing a lot of Sonic talk right now.
Bro, that's why I yelled at him like of all the weeks where you have to
Oh,
miss,
yeah.
you miss the week we talk about Sega.
That's like
and
me with Power
Sonic.
World.
Bro, that's like if we're talking about Resident Evil, you don't show up.
Yep.
Leon, it's like, what are you talking about, dude? Welcome back, Kata. We got Infinite Wealth.
Hola.
At 1.66 million, which honestly that's a little bit shocking, but and Like a Dragon Gaiden at 960,000 or Gaiden. So that's all we see so far. But I find this to be really interesting numbers, but also at the same token, man, you can kind of see how Sega just gets fucking wrecked by Nintendo.
Did they not?
What?
Did they not cover Pirate Yakuza?
No.
That sucks. That's one I actually really wanted to know about.
Yeah, no. I mean, if we look at some of the other Like a Dragon numbers, we could probably estimate that it's.
I don't know. I
not
feel like
necessarily
this
amazing.
one, this was the first one that kind of started pulling people from outside that clique into that series. So I would be curious to see if it sold more than the other ones. That's what I was really wondering about. But anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine. So, I mean, is this kind of in line with what people would think when it comes to Sega and the numbers? Do you think it's do you think it's lower than what you would have thought? Like, because I'm thinking about like Sonic Frontiers kind of lines up where I thought it was going to land, but some of these Like a Dragon games, man, I'm surprised they're as low as they are. Am I just off on that?
I feel like they're right where I thought they'd be because they're kind of a niche. I mean, it's a growing niche, and more people are getting into it. But like even for me, I never really even got into Yakuza games like when they first started coming out, because I'm like, oh no, that's too much of a niche that I don't care about. Now it's like everyone's like, you got to go play the Yakuza games. They're actually really good. So
yeah.
What about the fact that Persona is doing better than Sonic?
that doesn't really surprise me, because like I said, Sega's been fumbling Sonic for so long, and Persona has really hit the ground running as soon as that launched. That's been a whole IP.
Which is bullshit, by the way.
Right. No, I
think,
agree. I'm not saying I agree with Sega. I'm just saying that's what's been happening. So
I think the difference between Persona and the Yakuza games here is simply because every new mainline Persona is a new story. Whereas Yakuza, you have, in order to get the whole picture, you gotta start from the beginning. And it's like a lot of people ain't doing that shit, and that's kind of the thing that's locking them out. I'm sad we don't get Judgment and Lost Judgment numbers here, because that's like a great entry point for a lot of people that like the type of style the Yakuza games are, but they don't want to start from the beginning. So that kind of sucks we don't have that as a comparison.
So it's kind of like trying to get into One Piece in anime. It's like a dedication. You kind of have to be ready to go through all of the content to get to the, to understand everything. I get it. Persona 5, is that on Game Pass, by the way?
It was at some point. I don't know if it's
because some people are saying that
it got removed 12 months ago.
12 months ago. Wow. All right. I mean, well, it was on Game Pass and it's still pulling great numbers. So, because some people were saying in the chat, I think that the Yakuza games are low because they're on Game Pass. I'm like, well, the Persona games were on Game Pass too at one point.
Yep.
Let's be real now. Xbox ain't really pushing sales. I mean, come on, bro.
I mean, kind of a little bit of a sidebar, but still on point. That's why I can't stand Game Pass. It's like, if you got to put a game on it, it needs to, I understand licenses and shit. I get all that, but it's like, you can't put a game, especially in the modern era, on a service that takes time to play, and knowing that it could someday be removed. It's like, it makes me never want to even bother starting it, because it could be pulled away from me while I'm playing it.
That
So
is
fuck
true.
that.
I mean, Game Pass is good for people that indulge in gaming consistently. Really, that's
fired.
why.
God damn, Cassie.
No. Like, because like even for me, dude, I work full-time job. I fucking, I do YouTube. I have family obligations. I have responsibilities. So like, Game Pass wouldn't even be worth it for me. It wouldn't. I wouldn't get the most out of it. So
but think about, we live in this fucking world, and we're both agreeing on that. So people out there that don't live in the gaming world, imagine them paying 20 what is it, $20 a month every month for it, and it's going to go up soon, as they're talking about.
Well, I mean, it's very situational. Like I said, if you're a parent and you got like 4 kids, Game Pass is amazing, because like, oh my god, like these kids are going to be entertained.
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah, it's
Good
like
point.
for kids who don't really care that much about games, just whatever game will keep them entertained for a bit.
That's
what
a
I think
great
it's
point.
pretty much meant for.
I mean, also, it was kind of. I personally think Game Pass is one of the best deals in gaming, because it would be one thing if it was like we're just getting games like they used to do with like games with gold, whatever. You're like, all right, whatever. Like occasionally I find, but like they're putting brand new games on here, and I can't tell you how many bullets I've dodged not dropping $70 on a brand new game to play it and to be dog shit and then be like, well, fuck it. And I wasted that money. It's like, oh, cool. It's day one Game Pass. I play it. And if I like it, like Expedition 33, I loved it. I bought it. But I didn't buy it because I was worried about leaving Game Pass. I bought it because now I get to support the developer. Like, you know, so it's like if I really want to keep a game, I'll go out and buy it. But then other things like Call of Duty now. Huge benefit for me if I play Call of Duty. I don't have to pay for it. I'm already playing Game Pass. So I'm like, cool. I get to play the new Call of Duty. I don't got to drop $60 annually for this. And if it sucks, I can stop playing it at any time. I can walk away from the whole thing. So like,
which you did.
Which you did. It fell off a cliff and I uninstalled it, haven't went back. But guess what? I didn't drop $70 on it. So now I don't have to deal with that cost sunk fallacy of like, fuck, I got to keep playing this because I just dropped $70 on it, so I think there's a benefit to it all. The biggest thing that, I mean, we've talked about this a lot is this can't be profitable for them. So where's the Where's the fine print that we're not seeing?
The fine print is what I said earlier. Is they're going to raise the price to make it profitable, and that's what it's going to turn into a shit show.
Yeah. I mean, the other part of it too is I really do think, and I've been saying this for a long time, Microsoft kind of was the one that blew the lid off like exclusivity when they started going, you can play it on PC and on Xbox. I think Microsoft is making a play to try to just get into everybody's homes. I think at some point they're just going to say, listen, man, it's better for us, you to just get Xbox and sign up with Microsoft. You know, PlayStation still got exclusives. That's cool. But like, you don't have to drop $500 on a PlayStation to play with us. Well, you got to have your own PC. If you want to get one of our PCs, cool, do it. You know, I always thought that was their end game anyways, is to be in everyone's home and just be a part of everybody's life in general.
Yeah.
So,
Xbox is moving towards an ecosystem. And that's going to be the future, really. If PlayStation doesn't figure out what they're doing in terms of a launch pad for next generation, they might end up behind, because they got if you starting from 0 with a PS6 and you have no actual ecosystem. I mean, early sales is going to be rough for them, but Xbox, they're just planning to create an entire ecosystem where you could play anywhere. And that's not an easy thing to do. Whether they actually accomplish that, thoroughly or not, I can't really say. But that's where they're headed.
They think
really quick for this comment. Just read the Steam terms of service. It specifically states in the terms of service there are measures in place that if Steam were to ever shut down or whatever the case would be, or something happened to Steam, they would release a patch that would remove all the DRM from their games, and you will get to have access and keep your games afterwards. So you actually do, it's not like it's very similar to GOG. Right now, they keep the DRM and measures in place while they're still active as a company, but it's in their terms of service that there are measures in place to ensure you keep access to your games, even after Steam were to potentially die.
But they're gonna set that shit up like L, you got to get that shit set up where it's like the patch goes live as soon as the Steam just gives
exactly.
out.
See, Gabe has a kill switch for the DRM. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
People try to make Steam out to be a villain, but it's like
It's
people have kind of reached with that a lot.
Yep.
Anyway, Smash, you gonna say something, or
well, I
Trace
was gonna
say
say
something? A little quiet, bro.
Was he crying? What's going on?
He's been struggling all stream.
He's
I don't
been
know what's
struggling
going on.
all stream. I just been looking. I'm like, yo, you good?
bro, at one point he was talking to somebody and there wasn't nobody there. He was muted. He's like screaming and talking.
He's still
doing it right now. Look at him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You're
in a few
muted.
years.
You're muted,
talking,
bro.
Oh my god.
Probably deafened too.
Man, fuck y'all niggas, man. I wasn't muted that whole time, man. Fuck
Yes,
that.
you were.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, you were.
That's why nobody responded to you, dog.
Yeah, we was all just ignoring you. Yeah,
He left. I didn't remove him. I didn't remove him. He left. He left.
At
Yo,
one
you need
point,
one
he
of
had the
them little
super chat
clips.
up and you couldn't see it, but he's like,
You need one of them Looney Tune clips where they take someone out with the cane by the neck and drag them off the stage.
He's stressed about Tyler Perry.
That's crazy.
Crazy, bro. You
But in
done
any
got
case,
caught.
when it comes to Sega,
Wait, are you gonna bring him back?
No, I didn't kick him. He kicked himself.
Oh, I thought you took him.
No,
You said he did.
Bro, he's struggling, man.
When it comes to Sega,
Nah, I couldn't kick y'all niggas, so I kicked myself for a second. Y'all was pissing me off.
I think Sega, I think the numbers do land for the most part where they should. I'm a little shocked at like one or two of the games, but for the most part, this is pretty much where I would think they lined up, which is amazing because it's like, why hide all this shit? Like, I don't understand why they just these companies just absolutely refuse to talk about or be transparent like this.
I'll tell you why. Because they don't want the numbers out there. Because the first thing people are gonna do with them, compare what new games come out do against them, and if they do worse,
Previous ones, right? Yeah.
Yep. And it's gonna be a what do you call it? A self-fulfilling prophecy of negativity, and they don't want that.
My perspective on a situation like that is like, so fucking what? Just beat your own numbers. That's what really matters. Like,
but they can't. That's the problem.
It's like what happened. So, like, one of the worst things that happened in the movie industry was people figured out how to read the tea leaves when it came to like box office numbers. Once
Yeah.
people started figuring out how to do that, once they figured out how to really read that number, it completely exposed the industry. And a lot of people were very upset with that because it means they can't lie about certain things. And I'll tell you this right now. There's a lot of shady stuff that happens in the movie industry when it comes to money numbers and moving stuff around. And so a lot of it is like, oh, well, we used to be able to hide this money and hide these numbers and say, oh, well, this did this or this made this or the budget was this. And you go, yeah, but like that doesn't make any sense now that we can read those numbers and look at them and stuff. And then it started exposing that some of the numbers were kind of funny. I mean, there's a lot of that weird stuff that happens, and we started finding out that Disney was borrowing from other projects to fund other things, which is illegal to do. There's a lot of that kind of stuff that starts getting exposed. And while I don't think it's as egregious in the gaming industry, I do think that's kind of the same thing is if you know how the numbers work, you can start really exposing what's happening in the gaming industry in a way that, it embarrasses a lot of these AAA companies that rely on lying to their audience to keep things going.
Well, they loved running those headlines of like, XYZ movie had a $200 million budget and it ended its reign at $220 million. So everybody's like, oh, it made 20 million. It's like, no. Do you think the movie theaters work for free? Do you think like what's going on here? So as people got smarter, it took away their ability to lie, and that's kind of what's happening in the gaming industry now too. Because unfortunately, we don't have Box Office Mojo for gaming. We just don't. Like Box Office Mojo giving us numbers every single day and updating us weekly and telling us how many movie theaters that the movies are in and seeing that number dwindle down over time depending how successful the film is. We don't have that. So we only have now basically how the game, like Steam numbers. That's really what we have, which is why they're so desperate to try to discredit Steam and be like, Steam numbers don't matter. But we have seen multiple fucking publishers, multiple studios find more success on PC, proving that there is a bigger audience as long as, I mean, there are some games that are truly console heavy, but those are just few and far between now.
You remember that rumor?
Is a PC company now, which we talked about, I think, the other stream.
You remember that rumor
says
about
60% major. Go ahead.
Ubisoft was going to try to be having Steam remove the access and API to the Steam DB to show concurrent players. It's like, why would Ubisoft care about doing that unless they were concerned about people seeing those numbers?
They actually reached out to Steam to try to get Steam DB to not showcase
Allegedly.
concurrent numbers. Allegedly.
This is the shit that kind of kills me when it comes to like a lot of competition. Especially in this kind of thing. It's like, you have competition. What are you doing trying to hide shit? You're just hurting yourself in the process. Knock it off.
Yeah. I think as long as it's good. Yeah, it's man.
I was gonna say, I feel like Atreus has something to say. He's been looking around, so his mouth wide open. He's got a lot.
Vaseline on the camera. He got the purple lighting, bro. He's about to.
Is everything okay?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
He's about to feed the ducks.
Yeah.
I'm just reacting to what y'all talking about.
You're supposed to turn off your camera when you're watching Alyssa's stream.
You're definitely not reacting to what we're talking about. You're reacting to the different nudes you're scrolling through.
Yeah, he is.
Some are better than others, right? I get it. I understand.
He's like, damn, that's that one. He's like,
it depends on the angle.
Yeah, he'll be like sitting there and be like,
yeah. Listen, just don't make any sudden hand motions, okay?
I'm just saying. I mean, nigga speaking on here getting ignored. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
You're not watching Mr. H. Okay, you were muted.
I was never muted, bro.
You were muted the whole time. I wasn't even talking shit about you.
You were trying to talk while you were muted.
I told him at one point.
Atreus has uninterrupted 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Yep.
Thoughts on Sega? Go.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
You got 45 more seconds. Go.
Hold on, no, wait. So
he didn't have Sega. He had Gamecast.
Wait, which game
He wasn't paying attention to the topic.
Nah, I was paying attention to the topic.
He literally was not paying attention.
No, I was paying attention. I was paying attention.
Sorry,
I was trying to respond. I was trying to respond to Cassie because she was talking about Xbox Game Pass, and I was trying to tell her that it was flopping, but y'all was ignoring me. So I was like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying.
Nobody heard you.
That was when I was telling everybody the super chat was up, and
Listen,
you were like,
"You got 45 seconds. Go, come on."
Yeah, you good?
No, I mean, that's what I was saying. I was trying to, I was trying to diss Cassie a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to. rebut.
So do it.
I just did.
So do it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just
You got nothing else to add to it. For the
I
next
had
30
something
seconds.
to add when y'all was ignoring me, but it's like shit. It didn't let
Man,
me.
you know
You
what?
were
Like-
muted.
You're
like fucking
muted.
wife. It's like
Bro,
I
you-
don't read your mind, bro. You need to tell me. I can't.
I was telling you, and you was.
Oh, you were muted. I couldn't
Chat.
hear you.
Please give
He's
us
being a
F's in the
woman
chat
right
for
now,
Atreus,
man.
please. F's in the chat for Atreus chat. Let's
Everyone's
spam it.
ignoring
Spam
I
it
ain't
in
trying-
the chat.
I'm not trying to do this on purpose, but like you gave him the floor and he was just started like risen the camera. He's like,
You can't rise to the
say nothing,
occasion,
bro.
man.
I
He
was
needs
like, why
prep
you-
time. Look at all those.
I rose to
That's
the
a lot of
occasion.
Fs. That's a lot
Batman
of Fs.
prep
I
time.
rolled.
Yeah,
I definitely rose.
That's a lot of Fs. The chat
Yeah,
has
let's do
noticed that when your microphone glows, that means it's on. So the fact that you didn't even realize
No,
that it was
but
off.
it was glowing and he was still muted. So that's
he
why I
was.
was like, there's something going on in the back end.
So we're
Yeah,
talking
because he
about
muted on
faulty equipment.
StreamYard.
I was not, bro. I wasn't.
All right. With
He
that
was-
being said,
okay.
final thoughts on Sega's numbers. Go Atreus, 60
Jeez.
seconds.
Nah, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I didn't even know the Sega was still releasing games out here in these streets.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What the
You know what I'm
fuck?
saying?
All right. Now he's just lying, bro.
Nah, gang. I mean.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's that Madden, Call of Duty, GTA gamer talk. Yo.
Nah,
Yeah.
gang. Don't do that. I'm just saying. I
Do
ain't
we
no
got to talk
Sega.
about the casual collection?
Nah, gang. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's a thumbnail right there.
Hypnotic talking about, you know, he was surprised at the Yakuza number. I'm like, how are you surprised? I'm like, nobody playing this garbage. You know what I'm saying? It's shit is trash.
That's insane.
It's a trash. People talk
Sonic,
it's really good.
you know what? I don't want to diss Sonic while Leon not here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let Sonic be. Persona, you
Damn.
know, Persona it's for the people it's for. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all thing.
The
But
weebs.
anything else,
They've been releasing these games for like the last fucking 6-7 years, dog. What are you
God
talking
damn.
about?
There, he's got them on the ready. Look at this.
you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
To be fair, there's at least one questionable one I see there.
I see a bunch of
That
questions.
last one. That last one
Yeah.
was very questionable.
I see a
This
bunch
one?
of questions.
Yeah, that was very
This shit
questionable.
was so fucking easy and story was stupid.
If you want to get Atreus to talk about video games and have some knowledge, you just got to cover Madden. That's it. Madden
There you go.
26. I bet you he knows everything about this.
Bro, Madden 26 is just like Madden 2000, but with a few.
I
extra players.
haven't bought Madden in
14
like
before it.
I haven't bought Madden in like what 3 years? Like, come on, bro. Yeah, bro.
All right.
That's
You
how
know what?
Atreus poses
You
on
know
a
what?
Saturday night.
You're
I mean,
right.
what?
You're right. That's fine. I made a mistake.
If you put on, I swear to God, if you put on 2K,
sorry.
I've never
sorry.
bought a 2.
I'm sorry.
There it
You're
is.
right. I made a mistake.
Oh man.
I made a mistake.
I have never spent a dime on a basketball game in my life.
Cooked.
That's crazy.
Cooked. Yeah.
Even
find
when
that
they
hard to
was
believe.
good, even
You
when they
didn't
were
say you've never
plentiful,
played one.
That's crazy.
You said you've never
bro.
spent a dime on one.
Of course,
Not
you go
even
to
NBA
friends. Of
Jam?
course, you go to friends' house and they got 2K. Sometimes you'll play with them, but I've never spent a dime on a basketball game.
Not
a
even
basketball game. Not NBA
You know what? I'm
Live,
sorry. I'm
not
sorry.
2K.
I'm sorry.
I
was
didn't
wrong.
even NBA Street back in the day.
I was wrong.
A parent bought that for me.
I was wrong. I didn't look into it. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Yep,
This is-
I knew it. I knew it.
son. That's crazy, dog.
There it
This is more up to the speed,
Out
right?
here with the coonery and buffoonery. I knew
You know
it.
You gotta
everything
be
about this
stopped,
game.
bro. He has to be stopped.
Everything about this game.
Stop.
We be
100%.
robbing.
It's crazy.
Oh God.
All right. Anybody else got final thoughts on Sega?
I beg your
Sega
pardon.
numbers.
Doesn't surprise me that Sega hides their shit.
Yeah,
And
that's the
that
only
they
thing that bothers
accidentally
me.
leaked this out. They conduct themselves like they're your cheap uncle. You know that's
Hey,
just
can you
how
do me
they've
a
always
favor?
been.
Can
They're
you,
very
Can you
conservative
time out Cage of
company.
Chaos?
That
No.
ain't happening.
And it's Kage. It's Kage.
Kage of Chaos.
Kage.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Manga. This is guy in the
Yeah,
corner
man.
over here
It's
pretending
fine.
like he
It's
knows.
Finally
Fuck
said
over
it right.
here.
Good job, Hypnotic.
This fucking guy.
Motherfucker over here.
Damn, bro.
I think
All
like
right.
Sega's been holding L since they released the Dreamcast, which they could have gone far. The Dreamcast is way ahead of its time, but they
It was.
fucked up and then they just kept fucking up over the years. And they dropped Bayonetta, which was good for when Bayonetta was hot, but otherwise, like
Hey, don't
It just-
do Bayonetta. She's still hot.
But anyway, like the whole thing they've been doing, just releasing Sega games and Sonic games and Yakuza games for the most part. It's like you got plenty of space to get back in the game. Just surprise everybody with like a Dreamcast 2 or some shit like that.
Nah, that ain't never happened.
That ain't gonna happen.
I know it ain't happening, but I'm saying you do it. I bet that shit is still like hotcakes.
It wouldn't sell. That wouldn't sell.
I bet it would sell like hotcakes.
Dude, it was like, unless something very pivotal happens, console gaming is on a decline and it's not coming back. Unless something insane happens. And Sega is not that one to change anything in the landscape of console gaming.
I don't know.
Bro, look at how they've conducted themselves. They pussyfoot around too much. They would never take it. Would be half-hearted, bro. Be happy if they ever release a Dreamcast Mini. That's it.
Dreamcast Mini is just an emulator.
I don't know. I think Sega could definitely do something if they marketed it properly. They would have to market it properly.
Yeah. That's what it really is. It's like you got to market it correctly, and you gotta not half-ass it like you've been doing for like a good chunk of.
Well, the problem
early
with Sega is
2000s.
they get all the money up front, and it's like, oh, we need a little bit more money to push this. Like, nope, we're gonna stop this idea halfway through. It's like, well,
I think Sega is doing better in terms of they're looking to expand their horizons with the intellectual properties that they've owned and they've been sitting on for years. That is a big W for Sega. They're making a lot of different games with more variety now. They're smaller scale games, but it's a lot of their classic titles like Crazy Taxi, stuff like that. That's what Sega should be doing. They should be dipping in their bag of old ass fucking properties that have been dead and dormant for decades. And to concentrate on other things, it's just, to me, they'd be killing their company if they released a Dreamcast 2. They'd have to make their games exclusive to it to try and sell it, and that's gonna kill the good sales that they do have. So just stick to what your properties, bring them back, make your company strong by giving variety to it.
I don't need nothing but Jet Set Radio. That's all I need.
They're working on that.
I love Jet Set Radio.
They open
Absolutely.
what they do.
I thought you said I
do is
don't
they
game,
open
bro.
with, they open with Jet Set Radio.
How the fuck is Smash playing a game right now, bro? Smash, I told you, don't
As
play
always.
a fucking game, bro.
They open with Jet
Smash
Set
doesn't play
Radio,
games.
House
Turn
of the
that
Dead,
shit off, bro. Smash.
fucking Virtual Cop, a new Shining Force, another Sonic game, obviously, and they in a Space Channel 6 or some shit like that, and they got money right there.
Yo, son, you know all them games, if they're exclusive to a Dreamcast 2, they're gonna go triple plastic, right?
They're gonna go like single plastic. Relax. I mean, like they're gonna do something.
Shit.
They're gonna do single plastic at least.
That ain't gonna work, man. Sega's not in that position that it was in like the early 2000s. If this was still the early 2000s and they were still swinging and putting things out like that, maybe
They're
they
dying
Nah,
could do something
then,
like that.
they just
now, it won't work.
They release a Game Gear that doesn't eat batteries. That's what they do.
Well, you know who's eating batteries right now? The Splitgate 2 developer.
Damn.
Because apparently things are not looking too good after that whole MAGA stunt that he decided to pull. Now,
that was a planned segue.
That was a planned segue, totally. Now, this whole situation is pretty wild because it kind of goes to show, and this is the guy who recently apologized, right? He bent the knee to the mob after getting mad over the whole like fake MAGA hat and shit. Apparently, it looks like it didn't pay off because they've had to lay people off, even though bending the knee to the mob was supposed to save the game essentially. So just some context for people that don't know. Splitgate 2 obviously released recently. They had a battle royale that they shadows dropped on everybody during the Summer Games Fest, right? Where the CEO or the lead guy at the company, he decided to promote the game at the Games Fest with a black hat that had a MAGA slogan that basically said "Make FPS is great again." Nobody should fucking care about it. It's like the smallest, most non-insequential thing ever. But of course, the internet was the internet and decided to explode over a hat that they all wanted to pretend to be offended over, and turned it into a big thing. And at first, he said that he was not going to apologize for it. That it's one of those things where he just wants to make games great, and FPS is great. And then after enough just back and forth, he ended up bending the knee and apologizing. Well, now that unfortunately has led to them laying people off. I don't know if they say how much, but right now they posted it on LinkedIn. They didn't even make an official statement on their Twitter or anything. But it says that they have parted way with a small group of valued 1047 Games team members. And they said, we're still perfecting the Splitgate 2 gameplay experience in response to community feedback, and we are redirecting resources to build the best game for our players. I think what this basically means is that they know the game is cooked. They know that they're not going to get the reception they were hoping for. And it doesn't really matter how much you bent the knee to the mob at this point. You're going to have to deal with however many players you have, which, how many is it, by the way? Let's see.
Not a lot.
Splitgate. Did you guys play Splitgate? You did play it. You played it, right? You and
yeah.
A trade.
I knew which way it was going to go. Just like the first game.
Be honest.
Once you make a game like that where you have mechanics where if certain people get better than the general public in your game, like in this specific kind of game, you're going to turn off more of that general audience and they're not going to come and play your game. So once you started playing it, we realized, oh yeah, it's going to be sweaty as shit in this, and people are not really going to want to play that. And that's just how it goes. It's just like the first game.
This game has suffered from so much mixed messaging.
Mm-hmm.
When they announced Splitgate 2 and I looked at the trailer, like as someone that played Splitgate 1, I'm like, this shit looks fruitier than the first game. I'm good, bro. I don't like this direction at all. And then they do the whole MAGA thing, and it's like, and then they apologize for it. You know, it's like, y'all don't know what fucking side you want to be on, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
I'm not
Atreus,
even worried
what you
about,
think of the game?
I'm not even worried about what side the nigga was on. My biggest regret is you came out popping shit like you just knew you had a home run, and I'm playing the shit. And I'm like, bro, even without me getting my ass sheet split wide open by the niggas that's clearly good to get.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Can I finish?
Can you finish? Is that what you did with the guys you split open?
Yeah.
Still going.
Did you let them finish?
Lighting is
That's the question.
You doing that all with bisexual lighting too? This is
Bro,
wild.
that's what I'm saying, bro. You got that purple lighting, got that Vaseline.
You got that
Yeah,
Bill Guard
weird,
split
bro.
cheeks happening right now?
Yeah.
Are you Taj?
Ain't no way.
Man, I'm glad you're becoming part-time now.
That bro said the game ain't the only thing getting split. That's crazy.
Anyway, go ahead, Trace. Go ahead, finish.
No,
Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, besides the fact that you're getting destroyed by the niggas who's clearly gotten good at the game, like in 5 minutes, some of them just don't make sense. Like, why as soon as the game starts, it's a nigga coming from the fucking wall behind me, destroying the whole team. Like, what? Like, I get it. You supposed to be able to walk through portals, but how is it fair in a fucking objective-based game, a nigga walking through my spawn in the first millisecond and waste the whole goddamn team because he know how to. I mean,
he was doing that. He shot the portal across the way as soon as it started, and then put another one behind him, and then immediately
comes through and shotguns the whole team.
So what I'm hearing is that people. You didn't get good. That's really what it is, right?
Yeah,
so
I didn't give it a
against-
chance. I didn't give it a chance to get good because normally with games where you want to get good, like Marvel, I hate to bring up Marvel Rivals, but like Marvel Rivals, I was getting my colon cleansed immediately. But I had
what the?
Oh my god!
What is happening today,
Can
bro?
I finish?
Did you
Can I
finish
finish?
when you got your colon cleansed?
Can I finish?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Let me cook.
Go ahead,
Let me cook. It's all gonna make sense. It's all gonna make sense. Let me cook.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's a game that you immediately, because of the fluid gameplay and the style of the characters and the aesthetic, because Cassie brought up the fact that it looks fruitier. It does look fucking fruitier. The aesthetic of the game, the fact that you already know the characters that you love, and the gameplay makes you want to get good at the game, which makes the gameplay loop addictive. In this game, there's nothing like it doesn't have that Destiny level first person shooter feel to where I want to get better at this game. Destiny had that to some degree. Call of Duty had it in the beginning. I don't know about now. And then
Can I ask you a pertinent question?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Did you use a controller?
No.
So you trying to convince me you played keyboard and mouse on this?
I did.
Kato, did he play keyboard and mouse on this?
You could tell he had a keyboard and mouse.
Do you know how to play keyboard and mouse?
I've been playing everything with keyboard and mouse. What you mean?
I've seen you use a controller on pretty much everything.
No, you see me use a controller on Monster Hunter, and you see me use a controller on single player games. That's it.
All right. All right, because I'm just saying, if you're gonna go into a game that's that sweaty and you're playing using a controller against these like nerds that are using keyboard and mouse, they're just gonna destroy
I mean,
you.
you
Like,
are
no.
able to do that, though,
You
right?
stand no
'Cause
chance.
When
Zero.
Apex was at its highest, I used the controller. I
Yeah, I was playing on Xbox,
Day.
so I was using the controller.
Yeah, but Apex one got portals. Like we're talking about real
is
sweaty
true.
mechanics. Like this shit.
Well, I mean,
where
even-
Twitch
even playing
gameplay
on-
is at its maximum, right? Like that's, and by Twitch, I'm not talking about streaming. I'm like Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch style gameplay when it's at its maximum like that. Like you need to be a master.
But
at keyboard
even
and mouse.
playing on mouse and keyboard, my sensitivity wasn't high enough to keep up with what them niggas was doing. Nigga shot a portal through a wall and went through the portal twice, teabagged me the 2 times he came around and then shotgun me. The nigga, hey.
Yo, real talk. I think the biggest issue here is that you are a hat that, yes, indirectly, I guess, indirectly references MAGA, right? The problem is you made this free to play game and did this thing that triggered a bunch of broke ass leftists. So what they did was they review bombed the game because it's free. It cost them nothing to essentially ruin your credibility. Congratulations, you retards.
I think it would have flopped without that controversy, to be honest with you.
Probably,
it don't feel that much
probably.
different from the first.
Because I wasn't touching it. Like, dude, it looked fruity as fuck from the first game. I'm like, nah. And that's a shame because I was kind of like, I was hoping that would be a good shooter. But you look at how fucking this shit just looks whack. Like, I'm good, bro.
I don't like the
when I
gun
watched
design.
gameplay, that shit was so fast. I was like, bro, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
already
yeah,
used
I don't
to
like
it.
the
Call of
gun
Duty.
designs.
Well, motherfuckers just be like spinning around and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, bro? Like, I ain't even got a chance to like click nothing. Like, I'm too fucking old for that. I
Ain't
can't do
nothing
that
better
no
than a 180 headshot.
Bro,
It's the best.
back in the day, you were like, yo, like, let's do this. But now I'm just fucking old, bro. I ain't got time for that nonsense. Some
I don't know.
fucking 12-year-old teabagging my shit, talking about my mom. I'm like, you know what, man? Like, I got disposable income, man. Like, go fuck yourself.
See, the thing is with games like Splitgate, right? If they don't have those options in the game to make it easier for people who aren't as good, this is just the truth of it. It's going to become a very niche community over time, which it is. And I'm sure the people who are playing the game love that shit, right? I'm sure they love chasing each other in portals and flying around. I'd probably enjoy that game a lot, to be honest with you. But overall, the more casual people, they're not going to like it. After a while, they're just going to end up fucking leaving.
They don't have a choice. The fucking skill gap is going to be so wide. Niggas is going to be teabagging through the air at finishing people off. And you're going to uninstall it.
And that's the thing. People in the chat being like, get good and stuff. Like, bro, I'm telling y'all, like I'm an OG. Like, bro, I was playing when Modern Warfare first dropped. The first Modern Warfare first dropped, bro. It's been sweaty for a long time. After a while, you just
bro,
go,
come on, Counter-Strike, bro.
I'm like, but I didn't play Counter-Strike.
That's what I'm saying. You can't say OG and then drop Modern Warfare.
I mean, that is OG for a lot of people. What I'm saying
No.
is I've been playing sweaty games and watching people do crazy, stupid shit, jumping off of shit, spinning around, running around, doing all this crazy stuff and stuff for years. I don't need to do that no more.
You want to know what was real sweaty? Oh my god, bro! I used to get so much hate for this shit. So, I believe it was Modern Warfare 2. I'm gonna tell you this: the sweatiest situation. Modern Warfare 2, right? Third person mode, right?
With the noob too.
With the dual 17, what is it? 1886 whatever it's called.
It was 1787 or something like
the
that.
dual 1886 or some shit like that. With the just running around, fast reload, sprint, infinite sprint. Oh my god! You want to talk about
in
sweaty?
the class change.
Lightweight Pro. Yeah, you put on Lightweight Pro and you put on like One Man Army. Yep,
Oh
and then
my
you start
God, bro.
swapping that shit, bro. It's fuck.
Yep, you
nah,
had
man.
the ACR with the class swap.
Bro, I got so many times.
And you see the dude with the 2 shotguns from the other side of the map, and he's looking at you like this. You're like, well, he can't hit me from here. And he's like, pop, pop.
Yes, he can.
Bro,
yes, he can. And you
I got caught
die.
hackers so many times in Counter-Strike, but I have never. I remember I went like 515 or something like that in a what was it, a Rust? Wait, no, was it Rust? Yeah, Rust. That map, bro, it was disgusting, bro. Unbelievable. But that combination was insane because you had infinite sprint running around like crazy, no problem. Great range on those shotguns. And if you knew how to hit, you didn't care about your ammo capacity because you could kill 4 people in 4 hits and then just reload quickly and then boom, do it again.
Non-stop. Hardcore mode, man, you would just fucking run around and then just.
Well, that's what I would
wouldn't
play.
even
Hardcore.
aim, bro. You would just.
Hey, yo, what
run
happened to
around
that
the floor.
Xbox game? What was it called? Ever something?
Was it Dust?
Definitely
no,
not
it's
EverQuest.
It wasn't Dust. No, hold on.
No, it was
Rust. Modern Warfare 2.
Nah, what?
It was 100% called Rust. It wasn't called Dust. You're thinking of.
It was being made by Rare. That game that's supposed to be made by Rare. It was announced like in 2018 or something.
What kind of game was it?
And it looked gay, but it was supposed to be one of their big. Fuck. What's the name of that game? I'm gonna look it up real quick.
What
This was the map I went like 515 on. Or
Oh, that's
something.
rough right
Rust
there.
was
This is
insane,
Rust. This is not Dust.
Yeah.
Somebody said
Oh,
Dust.
Rust
This
is
is Rust.
insane.
That's Rust. Yeah, 1v1.
Good
Rust
memories
is like
on
old
Rust.
school, bro.
I love Rust.
Yeah.
Chucking
Nuketown
knives
Rust
all the way
where
across
was
the
that?
map.
This
just
shit
spit
was
on people
nuts,
on
bro.
Rust.
Oh my
I still
god.
like Nuketown better, but
Nuketown's fun.
Everwild. What the fuck happened to that game?
Everwilds? That free to play Monster Hunter? Is that what you're talking about?
Nah. It was a game being made by Rare Games. It was supposed to be an Xbox exclusive. That shit
I
got
didn't even think about this
announced
game,
like
bro.
damn near a decade ago.
did it ever come out?
Hell no. This shit's still in development.
It still says upcoming adventure video game developed by Rare.
Wow.
Shit looks gay as fuck, bro. Like,
Yeah.
why would you?
Well, we done got like
I
3
would've
Donkey
never
Kong
thought about
games
this
before
game
that
again,
shit.
bro. Bro, like what the? Why everybody wearing dashikis and shit?
Oh
bro?
man, I've
Like,
seen everything I gotta see. What is this shit, bro? Look
Bro,
at this.
I would have never ever thought about this game again.
I don't even know what game y'all talking about, to be honest.
Bro,
What
when
does
you
it
see
look-
the
All
look
right,
at the,
turn
look
that
at the
shit off,
fucking
bro.
artwork, bro.
We don't gotta see no more. We don't even gotta see no more. This bitch
Turn
look
that
like
shit off, bro.
no man. That look like what's that bitch name from Apex? Bloodhound's mother. Or
Nah,
something.
That look like Kim Belair. Fuck that.
You ain't wrong.
This looks like Hunter Schafer, bro. What are you talking about?
Crazy,
All day long.
Which we gotta celebrate a toast. Okay.
I heard there's an age requirement, right?
There's
He
an
can't
age
beat it?
requirement, and we might have beat the allegations.
That's rough. That's rough.
We might have beat.
Oh,
God.
Speaking of, I
But-
think when Smash JT wins his lawsuit, I think we should all light cigars on stream.
I'm down. with that.
I don't
Game.
smoke.
Yeah.
Game.
You're a literal avatar. Just make a fucking virtual.
He just wants to suck
cigar.
on something big and brown on stream.
Hey, yo.
Damn, bro.
All right. On that note,
God damn.
that's insane. He's
Great,
gone.
so I'm-
He's
I'm
gone.
down
He's
with
gone.
that,
He's left. He left.
Crazy.
On that note, we got EpicMike ashamed to be here. Look at this.
Bro, it's the pimp cloak and everything. He been like building up to it. Been muted the whole stream, bro. I'm just like, nah, man. And at first he's telling people to smoke on
Lucky I
cigars,
can't kick you, bro.
Hey, by the way,
Final thoughts on Splitgate. What are we thinking? Is this
Gay.
game cooked? Is this game cooked?
They got
gay.
split. What you
Oh,
It
mean?
was
yeah.
cooked the
If you
second
are-
they bent the knee.
If you are a video game developer, I'm gonna tell you right now, do not cater to broke people. People on the left, the people that complain about you wearing a hat, wearing the wrong shirt, wearing the wrong clothes, saying the wrong thing, do not have any money to buy your game. They will not
don't.
buy your game. None of these
I
motherfuckers
gotta-
ever show up, and they have tanked IP after IP after IP because some stupid motherfucker in the office convinced them that these were the folks that were going to be the future of the industry and the future. These are the people you have to cater to broaden your horizons. Never going to happen, bro. So
yeah, I
that-
got a
that-
completely
that-
different message. Don't cater to nobody. Just cater to the fucking gamers. Like, don't come out with no sort of political leaning message or whatsoever. Because even pandering to our side can. I mean, you want as many customers as you possibly can because that game was garbage, and so you was gonna need every potential customer you can get, and just doing that shit, like it's just not the move, gang. Just don't do it. Just don't do it at all. Just stick to the gaming. Because that nigga Merritt Timinsky, like when what is that? Lords of the Fallen 2 come out, boy, let that shit even slightly bad. They gonna grill his ass. They gonna nail his ass to the cross.
The Lords of the Fallen 2? You talking about?
Yeah,
that game's gonna be Epic exclusive. It's already cooked.
What?
Yeah.
True.
When they announced that?
Did y'all not know this? What do you mean? When
Wow.
it's been a known
Rip.
thing forever. That game is being funded by Epic Games. It's the reason why it exists, number one, and it's going to be Epic exclusive.
Over.
Well, never mind.
He said that on his Twitter account. Go on his Twitter account.
Stupid ass nigga, dude. Y'all are retarded, man.
The moment I found that out, I was like, okay, I'm not playing part 2, I guess. And then people were trying to criticize him. People were trying to criticize him, and he said, "Well, you know, we have a lot of faith in Epic Games, and they are an actual backer, supporter. They're an actual supporter of the game, and the reason why we were able to, the whole spiel." You guys don't know.
That's why he's so comfortable running his mouth the way he be doing.
I covered this a long time ago. Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, it's kind of surprising he runs his mouth considering how woke Epic Games actually is.
Yep.
Well,
it's gonna be consoles and Epic Games. When I say exclusive, I'm talking about exclusive on PC to Epic Games, but it's gonna be on console too.
I ain't getting back on no console. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Shut up, Cassie.
Yo, you speaking right now, dog. Have y'all feel the same way?
No, Lords of the Fallen 2. We're talking about the actual Lords of the Fallen 2, not the second version of the first one.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 Lords of the Fallens. They have the same exact name. I played both of them.
I saw someone buy the original one on my Steam, and I was just like, what the fuck are you on? Like, are you good, bro? Is it really that dry out here? You need to buy the original version?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, so I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I covered this like, I don't know, 2 months ago. But
still ain't even buy the current Lords of the Fallen, so
yeah, it's gonna be bad. All right, we're gonna move it to the next topic. This topic's gonna be a bit of a surprise one because everybody wants to talk about it. Apparently, no, it's not the nukes.
I was gonna say World War III.
Damn, dude, I thought he was gonna talk about us all dying, dude.
No, but we're gonna talk about the nuke that was heard around the world against CD Projekt Red. We're gonna talk about the blood of Dawnwalker.
Oh,
6 hours ago.
Yeah, got me. I thought you were talking about something else.
Oh man!
On the screen like
that. Yo, where did you get that? Where did you get that coat?
You could immediate.
Where'd you get that coat
at?
It's not a coat.
Is it a rug?
What is it?
The bathroom.
It's not a rug.
Is it a rug?
It's a blankie.
It's a blanket.
This motherfucker said blankie. What are you, 3?
It's a blanket, bro.
Well, look, I can't. Look, I got one on too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
What the fuck?
Oh my god,
bro! What are y'all doing?
Money changes people, bro.
No, y'all ain't gonna touch it.
I'm gonna return my Meta PC now.
This is my son. This is my son's blanket.
Hold on.
You stole your kid's blanket?
Chat. What the fuck is going on at New Blackstreet, bro? Like, what is happening, bro? What is happening? You got Atreus skinning animals and wearing them on the weekly, and then you got fucking Kata with weird children blankets on his lap during the stream. Like, what is happening with New Blackstreet? New Blackstreet sponsored by Snuggies? I don't know, but this shit is getting crazy over here. Somebody, please. This is my intervention. The next time you watch a New Blackstreet, please tell them to get some help. That's all I'm saying. All right, back.
I wear it. I have this on my legs.
I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting the actual blankie to come out.
This is
all right. The special ads are going on the bottom.
Why are you stealing your kid's blanket, bro?
Well, my son, he doesn't live with me, so I like to keep him close. So I keep.
So you really stole it from him? He can't even give it to him in the other room.
He ain't even home, and he don't got his blanket.
Wait, so he's home freezing, and you got his blanket.
You got another one.
Yeah, I'm saving your name in my phone as Blanky Foot.
He's like, shut up, I'm streaming.
I'm saving your name in my phone as Blanket Foot. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer Feet God. It's Blanket Foot.
Yeah, God forbid a nigga legs be cold. I'm sorry.
That's crazy, bro.
All right, enough of that.
He's short enough that kid's Christmas blanket will cover.
Also, like, I ain't got a blanket, bro. I got like a straight up. I got a cloak with like a fur collar and shit on it. Like,
this is crazy. Yeah. On that note, let's cover the blood of Dawnwalker. So if you guys don't know what the blood of Dawnwalker is, this is a video game that's being developed by former developers of CD Projekt Red in a very similar fashion of Expedition 33 being formerly Ubisoft developers. we might be getting a 2-for-2 situation. You never know, where the people who decided to leave their former parent company because they were bored or they were just overall creatively stifled or not treated right. I think in this situation, there was a lot of drama between the guy who owns this studio and former CD Projekt Red executives, but neither here nor there. We got a situation where we could be seeing another Expedition 33. You never know. Now, a lot of people were hyped about this game. We saw trailers for this game. People were talking about it a lot. And this officially 6 hours ago, they dropped a gameplay overview, 20 minutes of gameplay. One of the most hilarious things that I've seen so far in this trailer, I haven't watched the trailer. I only saw the beginning part, but this has to be the funniest because this trigger warning here, it's not a trigger warning, but you know what I mean. This warning up here in the front, I find ironic because what did CD Projekt Red do, or what is CD Projekt Red doing with their Witcher 4 game right now? They are focusing on consoles. They're trying to convince everybody they're going to hit 60 FPS with ray tracing on a base PS5. They've been trying to push this forever. They just recently did an interview admitting that they haven't hit those numbers yet, and they're nowhere near close to hitting it, but they're hoping to hit it. That's their target. That's the word they like to use. So what did the former developers of CD Projekt Red do in their gameplay trailer? They decided to say the gameplay was recorded on PC, which I just think is pretty interesting. Nice little comparison between the two. And it actually tells you that what's about to showcase right now is actual gameplay footage from a work in progress. So it's not a tech demo. It's not we're going to promise you this and deliver. No, they're showing you what they actually have done in game right now. So
it looks good.
We're going to take a look at this and see what is going on and go from there. Here we go. So mute this.
Then you got to put that quality down. It's going to be skipping
Mute
and
the
shit.
Blood of Dawnwalker summer game.
Yeah,
What?
put it on 4K.
So you know you got to put that quality down. It's going to be skipping and shit.
Huh?
Is it on? What's it on?
Put it on 4K.
It's on 1080p 60.
Right, put it on 4K.
Is that going to run good on the stream?
What the hell is he talking
Fuck
about?
no.
Yeah, I'm
Of course,
saying.
let's do 720
720.
60.
There you go.
Let's do that.
Gameplay video.
Yeah, I know what I'm
Our
talking
game
about.
is a story-driven, open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval Europe. The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what
Beta.
we're going to show you is
I'm
just
so
a
sick of
part
French
of one
people
of the
talking at me, bro.
mid-game quests. It's a really cool story involving legendary
The fire
swords
looks
and a
really good.
haunted almshouse, but today we'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems. We're starting on the outskirts of Svatro, the game's largest city and the capital of Vale Sangora. From here, we could head anywhere the eye can see, explore ancient ruins, or sabotage vampire blood transports. But it's not just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story, making each playthrough uniquely your own. For now, we're following the road. Cohen is on his way to the city's cathedral.
I will say the UI is very Witcher reminiscent.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Which
Let's
again,
see the combat.
it's not exactly very shocking considering their experience. So,
Chasing leads about a powerful weapon said to be hidden in its crypts.
Where's the combat? Let's see.
But
it's coming.
first, our goal was to make the player feel like a real swordmaster who closely observes his enemies.
I don't
We'll
like
begin
this
this fight by using acrid dust to stun one of the enemies. Now, when you attack, you choose one of 4 directions: up, down, left, or right,
Nice.
in order to hit the opponent where he's unable to parry. And similarly, when defending, you have to take note of the enemy's intent and the direction of the attack. On the left side of the screen,
Did he just do a fake out right there? He went for a swing and then
Like a
blocked.
half swing. Yeah.
Like a
You
half
talking about the
swing?
AI or is it him? I looked
So
down.
they got
The-
that.
the-
They
the
got
main
that
character.
combat from For Honor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's all-
KCD also has combat like that too.
I was
It's
gonna
just
say,
in
kind of
third
looks
person.
like KCD too. That's
It's a third person KCD. It's also For Honor, obviously too. So
just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges that will be filled in with each successful attack, block, and parry. Once they are full, you can use one of the active abilities, which allow you to take a more tactical approach to
and
fight.
so for the people who are saying this looks like Witcher combat, I would have been with you on that. But once they start doing directional combat like this is not Witcher combat. This is
Exactly.
totally different.
Exactly.
Totally different.
We started the fight by throwing some acrid dust. And now let's cast Burning Blood. It's a hex which boils the enemy's blood and burns their skin, dealing physical damage over time.
Now this part I didn't
All
like.
right, time to finish this fight.
What you said?
That part I didn't like. That little quick little execution, that one shit, like it didn't feel impactful. It didn't feel meaningful. And then it's a repeat execution. I don't like that. That has me concerned.
Do you think they're going for more based in a little bit more like, I don't want to say realism because obviously vampires and shit, but do you think their version of magic would probably be a little bit more simplistic, like you just burn someone's blood? You know,
well,
you're not,
they talk about it after
be
the
flashy.
gameplay. They were talking about it.
Yeah,
they were going more deep into like dark magic, so not
Mhm.
like the fancy kind of shit that you would
Right.
see in like The Witcher and stuff like that. So yeah, that
Mhm.
is mostly what they're doing.
Yeah. It's more
So you-
like that shit would come with demons. Like it ain't that magical shit where you cast a spell and everybody, ooh, no, you cast a spell and this shit and everybody, oh shit, somebody's finna die. Like
right. So it's not like ultra flashy,
No.
basically. Which
Not
I
yet.
don't really think
Not
that's
yet.
a problem. I mean, I feel like that's if it fits.
I watched the
world
whole
setting-
thing. They said it does get that way because I guess he puts the runes, like he does the blood magic runes into his arm. So it does get more flashy the more that you go through. You just gotta unlock it, I guess.
I don't know how I feel. Oh, that was cool. That was cool.
So what I
Why-
did
why
on
his
my
body
screen-
bent like that though? What the fuck?
Bro just got fucking folded. That's what that was.
No, but his leg went like AI reversed. What the fuck?
They did say there was going to be some bugs in the gameplay, so we got to give them grace on that. But
I'm okay to give them grace on that because at least they're showing gameplay, unlike a tech demo.
what I was showing on my stream was since they're using kind of that For Honor style combat. If you look at the executions in For Honor, like they're extreme, like from the sound design to the impact to the gore, you feel every execution in that game, and I feel like they should follow suit with that as well. Because I wasn't feeling the execution. Nigga, is that a demon in the background? I didn't even see that demon back there the
It's
first
like
time.
almost a Baphomet style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice, dude. I love the aesthetic. Like I love the dark, gritty, like kind of fantasy worlds. That's my jam. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's the more they talk about it, the more interesting it is. The day and night, contrast style of the game is crazy.
So in the daytime, correct me if I'm wrong, daytime's more like swordsman, nighttime's more vampire and vampiric like skills.
Yeah.
And you can start climbing fucking walls and shit.
they said you could still use a sword as the vampire, which is thank you. I'm glad that they didn't just like switch both gameplays. But it is more vampiric, and during the day you can't do like the double jumps and climbing the walls and all that good shit. You can only do that at night.
They
which makes
also
sense.
alluded to the fact that you can complete quests, but like in both daytime and nighttime, but the difference in the quest changes. Based on which, if you
Like the
decide to complete-
goals or the difficulty, or what do you mean?
No, so they're gonna show it when you go a little longer into this gameplay. So when he goes into the cathedral and he talks to
you
somebody,
can skip past a little bit of this because this is just them walking through.
Yeah,
the
he's just
town.
walking
I'm
through
just
the city
looking at
and
the landscape, but it looks pretty good.
It looks gorgeous.
So what they said is they have a thing where, because as you can see on the top right there, there's the sun thing. That's how many days that you have to complete the main objective of the game. But only certain quests push that forward. So you could be doing some other things that don't push the day and night to a new day, but a
Right.
certain quest will have the little thing underneath it, and that's how you know.
It
that
says
you're about
rescue
to
your
progress
family,
with it.
22 days left. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was worried
it's
about that
pretty
because they said that the game had a day and night kind of gameplay mechanic, and also that it was limited to 30 days or something like that. So
the way that
immediately
they
I was thinking
described it-
like, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
I mean,
go.
I
Do your
did,
thing.
but I wasn't.
Just go.
but no, I'm a little bit confused on because the way that they described it is not a restriction; it's a resource, and I'm not entirely clear on what that means. Maybe Kato picked up on
Now,
what that.
they when I was listening to the rest of it, it's basically just how you go through the game, like how you try to go through the main quests. Like if you want to progress a certain quest to push forward, then you can. If you don't, then you don't. So I guess that's what they mean by that. Because you could skip certain quests just because you don't want to progress the story further. But if you do another quest, it could probably lock out that other quest that you were doing. So I guess it's more like the player choice thing that they have going on.
my best guess is that certain quests, because they alluded to the fact that quests change based on whether or not you're doing it in the daytime and the nighttime. And they also alluded to the fact that one of the bosses that they fight in this is a mid-game boss, despite the fact that they're fighting her in the beginning. And so my best guess is the player is going to decide on, okay, should I do this quest during the day or during the night? And if you're fighting something during the day, like, well, maybe I should just approach this during the night, well, you progress the time. So each time you decide to change on whether or not you want to approach a quest from in the day or in the night, you progress the game. So I think that's what they mean by resource.
That could be interesting of a way to do it then, because it would really vary how you play the game and like what you do and how you address certain things. So that's interesting.
So you could probably beat the entire game at night, or you could probably beat the entire game during the day. I don't know.
I mean, they said it. They even said, like at the beginning, like that castle that you walk by, the main bad guy is in there, and the whole objective is to try to storm the castle by the end of the 30 days or whatever. But they're saying you could do that right off the rip, but it'll be hard as shit. But it is possible to do. So that, to me, like, you know, as somebody that likes to play games differently every time I play it, it's like, oh, maybe I want to run in here and try to beat the boss as soon as I start the game. Let's see how that shit goes.
Dude,
you know,
can we
like
just take a second to recognize the lighting in this cathedral is absolutely fucking incredible.
The cathedral was insane. Yeah, the Gothic architecture is amazing. I love that shit.
I mean, the actual character models are all right. It's fine, but I'm just like, the background, I'm just like blown away by. It's so good.
It was my understanding that the main quests were only going to those were going to be the quests that were going to move the time forward, and all the side quests were not going to do that because they didn't want players to feel like they were going to miss out on content by rushing. So
that's cool.
That's
my
right there. You can see it right there. Oh, you just missed it. It's his dialogue choices right there. So on the very bottom, the one with the hourglass, if he would have picked that choice, that's what's going to progress your day, because it's going to go into the next part of the quest. So since you pick something else, it's not going to do so. So how
what
that
you're saying
works
is there's actual consequences to decisions in this game.
Yeah. But that's not even the crazy part. Wait till they talk about when you're the vampire at night and what you have to do. Well, I'm gonna just let the game. I'm just letting
so it's nighttime right now. So let's put the volume back up. Let's say play.
Bear in mind, Cohen has not completed the quest yet. What's more, there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this story.
Looks wild.
It's worth mentioning that narrative sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this quest and follow a different path to defeat Brensis. For today, we're focusing on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night. We're starting right after dusk as a vampire on the rooftops of Svartrau. Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is always displayed, and you will be warned each time it's pushed forward. So you have to be aware of the time, and it's more of a resource you'll be spending than a racing clock.
Speaking of
As
lighting,
a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Let us show you what we mean. This is Shadow Step, a unique vampiric ability, allowing Cohen to jump to almost any place within his reach. Now, let's take a good look around using the focus mode.
Is it me or is it like, I know it's nighttime.
This ability highlights objects of interest and look.
It's really dark.
And there is something
like
right.
I only have fucking torches, Smash. They don't got electric.
This time, it's just some items to grab, but on other occasions, who knows? You might come across a hidden quest.
I kind of like it though, to be honest.
Looks like our health is quite
low.
low.
It fits the whole like gothic theme. Like I think the darker it is at night, the better. You know.
That's fair.
This is because, as a vampire, your health bar also represents your hunger level, and you start each night thirsting for blood.
Here we go.
Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities.
That's cool.
And rein in your monstrous nature around NPCs. Otherwise, you may end up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences. We'd better feed them. Maybe on someone who is standing all alone, like this drunkard. Let's grab him and use Voracious Bite ability. Unless you lose control due to hunger, you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious, or go all the way and kill them. And if you're adamant you don't want to hurt innocent humans, you can drink from animals and some other creatures.
Where's the fun in that? Pause it real quick.
No, that's legit though. Like I kind of did that.
But that makes sense.
Yeah. So for people in the chat that didn't get it, basically at night when you use your vampire abilities, that's going to cost you health. So health and hunger. So in order to replenish, you gotta feed, nigga. And the thing that hit me the most was that they said you want to make sure you feed, because if you lose control, like if you get too hungry, you can wind up feeding on somebody uncontrollably. That's important.
Yeah,
and nigga, that's crazy.
Right. They might give you a major quest line later down the line that you're gonna miss out on because you
ate the nigga.
you ate him or whatever. He's gonna remember you. Needless to say,
it seems like they really took it serious. They took it really serious for the consequences in this. Like they're actually listening to feedback of people being like, "Oh, games should probably have consequences." That's amazing. Yes.
Yeah, especially for an RPG. I like my choices mattering if I do something.
Yeah,
I like that you could decide how far you want to go with it. Like you could just either drain till unconscious or drain to kill. It's pretty cool.
I wonder how that's going to go for like population though. So like, say you start killing people, and you're pushing the days forward. How would that go if like you're
like, out there, he's gonna kill the whole city?
That's what I was thinking.
Quest.
I want to know how that goes. Yeah.
I want to do a playthrough where I just slaughter everybody, and they say, "Well, congratulations, bitch. There's no game to progress in because
the game's over."
It just says you win? Question mark.
Yo, somebody said, "Can we bite the booty cheek?" Yo, get the
damn.
It's an important question.
It's logic.
Finally, we are at the cathedral, but it seems to be closed for the night. And the entrance gate is well guarded. Let's find another way in.
I think the fact that everything is super dark like that is great.
Yeah.
All you have is torches and whatnot.
I was bringing it up more as like just like acknowledging that this game is different than any other games, because most
Shadow
games
Step is not the only vampiric
It's also
ability
probably
you're
due to
gonna
the
learn
video.
during your playthrough.
True.
Cohen can also use Plane Shift to scale walls and even ceilings smoothly.
Yo.
Damn, what the
you
fuck?
see him take off. They're like, "Oh, fuck,
This
no,
will
no."
allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
This guy turned into a bat like fucking Dracula.
I guess so. Sound effects nice. Echoing inside the cathedral.
Boyer Xanthi. What the hell is she doing here? What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods?
Damn, this game seems creepy too.
They're covering up the old paintings.
I like the detail. You can tell they're going. I would take a smaller open world with way more detail.
Yep.
And feeling more alive and more interactive and just more.
I was
instead
just
of a massive open world that's fucking dead. You know what I
I
mean?
was just gonna say, it feels like a lot takes place. Is this the same cathedral earlier? Because it feels like a lot's taking place in here.
It is
Yeah, it's the exact same one.
Yep.
You're just
It
on the
looks
higher
really
end of it
good,
now.
man.
Yep.
One
Like
of the workers must
the
have left
reds, how they pop off looks so good.
It seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around.
Let me see
we
what
could
else we
take a
got.
look at. This way, we could learn more about the cathedral's past. Looks like we aren't alone here. Underneath us, there's a group of blood guards, soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger. And one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthi, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and check what's going on.
We're just gonna crash the party? I guess so.
What?
Are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well.
What the
I
fuck?
don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly.
We're gonna see vampire combat now.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
You can't live
That was fucking sick.
Only after defeating all three of the blood guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him.
I don't like the way the bodies die. They just kind of like float to their death.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's not impactful.
They gotta
is
fix
it?
it. Yeah, they gotta fix it.
She uses her blood control powers to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips that
I don't like
hit
the way
Cohen
she's fighting
from left and right.
Is that like the different?
Xanthi-
Is that the different phases she has? Probably like phase 1, phase 2. I see like 2 red dots on her health bar. I don't know what
She is
phase.
protected by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful, because Xanthi is quick to counterattack, and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0, and Cohen will eventually explode.
Oh shit!
And we're dead. Remember, we were only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players. Otherwise, we could load the game and explore the cathedral without drawing her attention. Or try to get to her while she's not surrounded by bodyguards.
Options.
Xanthi, like all other vampire allies, has her own questline. Explore it, and you can learn more about her past, motivations, and maybe even try to reason with her. What you do is entirely up to you. Remember, our design principle is the narrative sandbox. There is no difference between main quests and side quests. There's just different stories that you weave together into your own unique adventure. But that's coming in 2026. For now, I'd like to thank you for joining me.
What are the chances this game comes out before GTA 6?
I think
I
it
wouldn't be
is gonna come out
surprised.
before.
Probably
GTA.
will.
Yeah.
I'm sensing a spring time frame. Maybe.
This
You think so?
Yeah,
Because they want to go with like the moons and shit, probably, right? Because that's how they've been
Oh,
doing
shit.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the
The,
gameplay looks pretty solid, man. I think it looked like a pretty nice crafted open world game. It's gonna really come down to, I guess, the gameplay loop, because, and really the resource management of the time. Like if it's really restricted, people are not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they said. They said verbatim, it's a resource, not a restriction. So,
Yeah, they'll say that, and then you get to the game, it's like, hurry up, motherfucker! You gotta, you gotta get going.
my only thing is, I'm a vampire at night. I just need the combat to feel a little bit more impactful. I need to feel like I'm slaughtering niggas. I'm not saying make it easy. I'm saying when I like you mentioned how the bodies are floating. When I'm killing people as a vampire, I need blood everywhere.
Yeah, I definitely need some more impact. Not to say that this won't have good combat, but realistically speaking, how many Western RPG video games actually have good combat? Crickets.
I mean,
For Honor. I talked about For Honor.
that's not an RPG.
It's not an
That's
RPG.
not a-
Oh yeah, you said an
that's not
RPG.
an
I'm
RPG
sorry.
game.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I think
don't.
the biggest problem is the vampire when he was swiping with the claws. He literally looked like he was just trying to scratch the guy's back or something. Like,
Yeah.
like he's swiping and it's just like little baby hits. You know what I mean? Like we need like sound effects or something to make it sound
I
like
need
it's
it to
more
hit harder.
impactful.
Yeah.
And then when the guy dies, he just like explodes in bloods and just floats to his death. His body doesn't even like drop down, ragdoll, just He literally floats down to the ground. But again, it's what was it, pre-alpha or something like that? It's alpha footage. At the end of the day, at least they're showing gameplay. They're not scared to show it. Number one.
It looks good.
And they're not over promising anything. Whatever they just showed you at that point, it's exactly what you would get if nothing were to change. And obviously they're going to keep working on it. So
They also
hopefully it changes for the better.
They also said with the pre-order,
Pre-beta, sorry, not pre-alpha, pre-beta.
There's no pre-order bonuses. They said they're not going to have any pre-order bonuses or any of that stuff like that. They're like, oh, if you buy the game, they don't want to like try to lock people out of content when the game comes out or something like that. I gotta remember what they said, but
So
it was
I gotta
along
buy
the
it
lines
twice,
of there's
is what you're
there's
saying.
no microtransactions or none of that bullshit. Probably
You
like
know-
no cosmetics.
Conducting themselves like CD Projekt Red did, before they completely shit the bed with Cyberpunk.
Do we think that the combat's going to be really? I don't know if I want to use the word hectic. Do we think it's going to be? I mean, you got four directions that you got to choose from quickly. It looks like that, like the enemies were attacking pretty quick. So you got to be.
It looks
you
like
gotta
it's gonna
be
be
on point.
hard. Yeah,
Yeah,
looks
they
like it's
said
actually
that
gonna
the
be kinda
AI
challenging.
doesn't just wait one at a time either. Like they adjust to what you're doing. So
Oh, that
like,
was proven because he was getting hit from
Yeah,
multiple
he was
sides.
he was getting pieced
yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Ain't no ones, ain't no one-on-ones in this one. He's gonna be getting jumped.
yeah. Some of the
Especially
chats
when
like
you're a
looks
vampire.
good. Some of the other chats like this looks amazing. So
Nah,
much
I
more an
think it
echo
looks-
chamber. You guys are dispelling the echo chamber claims here. What's going on?
Oh man.
I think it looks solid. I think these guys know what they're doing. I mean, I like The Witcher 3. I'm a huge fan of it. I think that they're trying to differentiate themselves from it, but they also know what made The Witcher work. The other part of it, the thing I'm really interested about it for me is the mechanics of like leveling, because it looked like there was a lot of percentages, and that's something that a lot of developers recently have fallen victim to, is like skill trees don't really mean anything. It's just like, cool, you do more damage because you did this extra thing. But
Yeah.
the kicker here is, that switch between human and vampire, the fact that you have totally different traversal system, the fact that you have a totally different approach to combat, I think is going to be really interesting.
Yep.
And the other part of it is, it sounds like a lot of other games it sounds like they took from other games, like the mechanic of being able to approach a character in different ways. Sounds very much like Hitman. Like the old Hitman games where it was like you know, you have a target, but you might be able to go in the front door and just guns a-blazing. You might be able to sneak in the back door, have a conversation with them. You might be able to, I don't know, like set
Insane
things up.
setups, man.
Yeah. So I
Insane
think
kills.
yeah. So I think that looks really good, man. And I think these guys are just, to me, the best people to be making a game would be disgruntled game developers who are sick of the way things have been. Because
And they
it
have a
gives them
chip on their
chance-
shoulder. They feel like they got something to prove.
Absolutely, and it means they're gonna take risks, and we haven't really had that recently. You know, a lot of people don't take risks anymore. So I'm
It's
kind
a
of
lot
excited
easier to get massive changes done on a smaller scale. Like if you're a big behemoth organization like CDPR, it has to go up the ring, and they have to be like, "Oh, who's this gonna piss off if we make this change?" And it's this, it's like that's why gaming has gotten way too out of control with shit. It's like you can make a game with 30 to 50 people. We don't need
But
300
that's
plus
the great
developers.
reset, right? That's the great reset when you look at all these AAA studios that are absolutely falling apart. If their games aren't flopping, they're firing people. If they aren't firing people, they're restructuring, or they're going into live service where they're about to start the process over again and start firing people. And then you get these AA studios that are coming in, these indie studios that are coming in and delivering stuff to the point where we went from talking about, I remember a couple of years ago, before I was even on YouTube, people was talking about there's no games to play. And I'm like, we looking around like, shit, nigga, can deliver some slop if you want to.
Yeah.
Right. You got some good
Too
shit
many
coming
games
out.
right now. Yeah.
I love The Witcher 3, but I think in all fairness, the combat is just okay at best. If they can manage to be as good or better slightly better with combat, I think that they got, as long as everything else checks out with like story choice and just the character, and the character has to hit. The character that you're playing as has to be compelling in many ways. And in my opinion, like I look to characters that I can respect more than anything else. Like I respect Geralt. I respect Yagami from Judgment. Like I want a character that I can respect, that I want to play as. So if they can sell me on that, and I like the world, I like what they're going for. a vampire that doesn't look like a Homo sapien or act like one is always very, very nice. That's kind of a rarity. And a nice challenge. It looks like Vampire, but with a budget. So it could be really cool, man. I'm genuinely curious. So
I want this game to do well, to be honest with you. You know, because at this point, seeing it happen twice would be amazing. You know, seeing former developers, they clearly left because of, you know, bad reasons or whatever with their previous studio. I think it would be interesting to see it succeed. But hey, the game's got to be good. Ain't no shilling here. Game's got to be good. That's just what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. I
If it's
want to
trash,
go bad to
everybody
spill
will
the
know.
Splitgate, nigga, but nigga.
It is what
Exactly.
it is, man.
Exactly. Any final
I'd be
thoughts?
shocked, like just watching that. I would be shocked if that game ends up being trash.
I think
the
everything
thing
about the
is-
game looked good aside from the combat. Like everything else looked pretty solid. Like the world traversal,
Well, the
the world
combat kind of
itself.
looked like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which you played, so you can speak to that. Like, did you?
Right, but for some,
enjoy
but
that?
but there is a different feel when it's in third person.
Yeah,
when you're
third
playing
person is
directional
different.
combat in first person, you're going for the realism effect. When you're doing it in third person, it's like, all right, now you're going for the more actiony effect, but this is also supposed to be like an RPG sort of a thing. So in theory, it could play out good, but it could also not. Depends. You
But-
got to get the speed and the tone down properly. Go ahead, Atreus.
But also, Smash, like, you know, Hypnotic said everything but the combat, but he's not saying that it's bad. I'm convinced on everything but the combat.
Right.
So far. It's not that it looks bad, it's just like, yeah, it's different, but is it more the same of like The Witcher? Because like I think that's some of the times, like I haven't finished Witcher 3 yet. And I think some of the times I feel like I struggle to get through it because I'm trying to focus on the story. But when I'm forced to go and do these not forced, but when I want to go and do these side quests because I'm interested in the world around it, doing the combat sometimes just feel like it's just kind of annoying. So I don't want it to be like that.
I just feel like I was sold on everything else, but the combat, I need a little bit more, selling on. That's basically it. It might also be one of those things that might just feel better when it's actually in your hands versus watching someone else play it. Cassie, what are you gonna say?
Look at Final Fantasy 16. I thought that the game was gonna be phenomenal. Dude was like, yeah, we got the dude that did the combat for Devil May Cry to play it. Bro, they made the most baby food ass fucking quote unquote hack and slash combat ever. It looked amazing. But then when you play it,
light to
it is
you?
ass.
Did it feel light? Like I was playing with paperweights.
Garbage. People. Final Fantasy 16 defenders are some of the biggest cock gobblers I've ever fucking seen in my
I
life.
think one of them is giving you a death stare right now.
Yo,
Correction.
son, I'm sorry, bro. That shit is ass.
Correction. Square Enix cock gobblers.
Square Enix?
Because Kingdom Hearts is the same. It's in the same fucking boat. They will defend
man.
that shit until they die.
Yeah.
No, I think Final Fantasy 16's combat was the worst, to be honest with you, out of all the other the games. But the rest of the game was pretty good. I feel like it was trying to be more of a return to what Final Fantasy storytelling was, but I just don't think Square Enix has it anymore. Honestly,
Nope.
the people who are there, I just don't think they have it.
They've convinced themselves of a farce so early and they can't move away from it. They're like so dedicated to like turn-based has been dead and it has completely it's a massive pie to the face.
If they
the
was
biggest
smart,
pie to the face they've ever had to deal with.
16's combat only really gets even remotely decent once you unlock literally everything at the end. Like when you get every single summons power, when you have all of that combined and you can cycle through all of them like typical Devil May Cry fashion, that's when it gets good. Otherwise, it's very limiting. When you only have one power, the power of the Phoenix, you're just like whatever. When you get Ifrit, it's like okay, I guess.
The fact that you're playing this game and there's no real difficulty option to begin with, everything it's like, bro, I wasn't even unlocking shit in the game because I'm like, dude, I'm just pressing buttons and things are dying. Nothing means anything, and I couldn't pick a harder difficulty. This is the hardest one available.
I hate that whole run through this, linear path, arena, fight enemies, and then cutscene, then run through another linear path, enemies, maybe a little spider here that you fight. I'm like, what the fuck is this random spider doing, spitting webs at me? Let me just kill it really quick. And that whole shit is just annoying to me.
The worst thing that 16 did, I think a lot of people who are longtime Final Fantasy fans are kind of like, what the fuck? There's no party. It's just Clyde. Just Clyde by himself. It's no party.
If they were
You know?
smart,
Yeah.
they would just drop a bag on somebody's head from Expedition 33, Sandfall Studios, and tell them to come.
We'll pay you. Just
They
do
would
what you
have
did.
to actually
Pins
make
on
it.
it.
They would actually have to make an RPG. That's not an RPG.
Yes. No.
Just because you could cycle through certain, the fucking Ifrit, all those, that doesn't make it an RPG.
Well, yeah, I
There's-
get that, but I'm saying if you drop a big enough bag on somebody's head over there, come over here, you're gonna be in charge. You're gonna have a bigger budget. You're gonna have more creative control. Whatever you did over there with that combat, we needed to work here.
Dude,
in the Final Fantasy
They
world.
gave the thing is they gave all the creative control to Yoshi P, and that's what he created.
And he wasn't
earned it.
nobody from Sandfall. That's my
Well, this goes back to my original point about these studios that they're not being purchased. They'd rather buy fucking probably monsters and turn it into Firewalk Studios.
They're buying IPs, they're not buying the creatives.
Right, exactly. Well, I think they've learned though in the past because you can't buy creators. Look what happened when Microsoft bought Rare. Everyone left. It's like you can't buy the creators. They try to buy them and they're just like, yeah, fuck this, I'm out of here. Because they don't want to be under the thumb of corporate control. I think that's what always has made gaming different from any other form of entertainment.
Yep.
I think we're gonna find out whether or not Square Enix is paying attention to the shift in the industry with 17. We'll see.
Nope.
If 17 is Final Fantasy 17, yeah, you know that's just gonna
has
get
a line in a song
Listen.
that says, "No Final Fantasy can we end these games." She's talking about a relationship, but
Listen.
she made a Final Fantasy reference. I think Square Enix needs to listen to that over and over and over again until they get the point.
PlayStation 6 is going to be announced within a couple of years. There's already like between that and the next Xbox console, they're already talking 2027, give or take. So if that's true, I mean, Final Fantasy 17 could most likely be a launch title for the next PlayStation or whatever the case may be.
Nintendo had it right, man. With consoles, if you're not doing something unique to your console, there is no use for a console.
And why does the Switch 2 exist?
That speaks to I've already claimed that the Switch 2 is going to fail like the Wii U did. I agree. I'm on your side with that.
Yeah,
But the Switch, the original Switch, was a unique.
Cassie's like, yeah, you bought the Switch. Shut the fuck up.
No. Because what he was saying just felt antithetical to the Switch 2, in my opinion.
Oh man, Cassie was just
But,
didn't want to
I
drop the
understand
dick on
what
the
he means.
face. What I will say is that it'll be interesting though if 17 is single player, because Final Fantasy has been doing a kind of like a what do you call that? They have a streak where it's like, okay, I think it's 2 single players and an online. So they have Final Fantasy 11 online, 12 single player, 13 single player, Final Fantasy 14 online, 15 single player, 16 single player. So in theory, 17 would be online, but considering they're doubling down on 14 and they're trying to go for another 10 years, they're most likely going to do 17 single player, and then 18 will probably be some form of an online replacement if they want to even do that.
They're
The
still
problem
updating
with-
11. I have people that I know that they still play Final Fantasy 11 and they still drop updates for that game now.
Yeah, but there's no
Like-
major content. There's no major story content.
No, that's true.
That's been
But-
stopped for a while now.
I almost feel like Final Fantasy lost its identity from the old school years, where every time they try to return to it, it gets overtaken by, I don't want to say activists, but cozy game developers, and try to turn the games into like a cozy feeling of the old school Final Fantasies. It's like, oh, fuck that shit. Like, make
Yo.
an old school Final Fantasy style game and don't make it fucking cozy. Like,
Don't joke about this, bro. 17 will be a gotcha. Bro.
Oh my God, no.
Don't joke about this
That's
because
crazy,
that
bro.
can always
nah.
be a reality, bro. As sad as that is, please, God.
To be fair, to be honest, I would not be surprised if they did some shit like that. They turned it into a gotcha and just started bringing in like fucking Square Enix characters. Like, oh, you can play a Sora in fucking Final Fantasy. Nigga, nobody cares. What are you doing?
And then
Stop
it'll be
it.
like a
Yeah, you saying that, and then some whale will drop a ban on that shit.
Oh
on the
no,
first
I know
day.
they will.
Yeah.
I know they will, but that's the whales. Most of the people ain't gonna be playing that shit.
Final Fantasy depends on this remake of 9. Will it be a dedicated remake that follows the original? And if it does, will it do well? That's the biggest questions to be. Is Final Fantasy IX remake, because it exists, it has been leaked out. Is it a on point for point remake of the original? We don't know. We know nothing about it other than it exists. And if it is, how does the market respond to that? I think those are the most important questions right now. That's what I want to see.
It makes you wonder too. It makes
Did
you
they-
wonder too. Why did they skip 8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have black zombies?
Wait,
No.
didn't
They
they,
can't
didn't
even-
they do
if
like
they-
a remaster of 8 or some shit like that?
They re-released it. I don't know if they
Eight?
Oh,
They
yeah,
did a
it was
remaster where
re-released,
it's
that's
like
right.
it's updated graphics, but that's it.
Yeah, and then they
It is
like, changed
believed
some
that
shit.
it is believed that the source code of 8 is gone. It does
Well,
not exist anymore.
That happened with a shitload of Square Enix games from back in the day.
Well, that's why
they have
Tactics
black
took so
zombies.
long to remake.
Yep.
They admitted the source code was gone. They don't
Yep.
have it.
Yeah.
Which is
So-
wild because, like, why the fuck do you need source code if you're remaking a game from the ground up, anyways?
Well, here's the thing. Who knows if it's a ground up remake? You know, there's so many
True.
games out that come out now that are just it is an entire visual texture, you know,
That
across
just
the
goes
original
on top of
game.
it. Yep.
So it's like maybe it could be that so that they keep the authenticity of the original game. It could be that. Or
Yeah.
it could be, you know, it could be from the ground up remake. Who knows? We don't know. The thing is that we know nothing about 9 other than it exists, and I wish that they would actually finally release the game.
I kind of, I know Hypno loves 9, but I kind of always liked
Don't
8
say it. Don't.
better than 9. I'm just saying.
Of course.
I mean, let's be real here. 6 is the best Final Fantasy game ever made.
It 6 is, depending on
6 is
my mood.
better
All
than
right, but we're not
7.
talking about 6. Okay.
The only
We're
reason
talking
people
about
like 7
8
is
and
because
9.
it's what they grew up with, not because they actually played 6 and realized what a masterpiece
No,
it
no,
was.
you're right. Like
was
6
a
is a very
huge-
good game, but 7 is also a very good game, and I will accept an argument for both of
Yeah,
those.
you had to be there to 7 was a big deal for its time. Looking back on it now, yeah, it looks like a nothing burger, you know, in when you look at it, but for its time, the upgrade from 6, you
Dude,
can't deny it
changed
in
the
terms of
entire industry.
change.
I like Kung
Yes.
Fu Chaos.
Damn.
I gotta head out, guys, but it's great
Cassie's like,
talking
on
with
that
you.
note.
Yep, let it burn. I'm out of here.
Cassie, thank you so much. Tell
Hell
everybody,
yeah,
obviously, where they can find you.
Oh my god, if my camera would stop being gay. But check me out, Cult Classic Cage on YouTube, on Rumble, and on Kick. I do not want to interrupt the great conversation, so I will leave it at that. Also, follow me on Twitter at Mario Kart. And guys, peace out. Much love to y'all.
Peace out,
Later, Cassie.
Cassie. Thanks for
Good
hanging out
hanging out
again.
with you, Mike.
Out.
Hey, good to see you. Take it easy.
Peace.
You too.
Plus, you got to keep in mind with Final Fantasy 7, you know, that game saved Square Enix back then. You know what I mean? Or Squaresoft. Like they put everything into it.
Dude,
That
you
was
could
the first
argue-
time they dabbled into 3D. They had a lot of mistakes that they made that had to be fixed, so their budget was astronomical for the time. And it just ended up being a massive hit, you know.
You could argue right now, Square Enix is in the same exact position that they were back then, and they need a hit right now. And they have, as far as
They
we
are.
know, nothing.
They are. They've been getting honestly just fucking wrecked on multiple different games. Every single game has sold well below expectations.
Because
And it
they-
sucks, man. Being like a fan of, you know, Square Enix, and it sucks to see, but
Well,
you know what?
the whole
They get what they
Final
fucking
Fantasy-
deserve.
The Final Fantasy VII remake split into 3 games might have been the dumbest
God
decision.
damn it.
It's a terrible decision.
What? What?
I was about to say that. You
Oh,
kept getting cut
sorry,
off.
sorry. No, take it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
Trabuco knows. Kung Fu Chaos was awesome. See, he knows.
Like sheep, go ahead. I've been talking.
No, I was
about
about to
it.
say,
Go ahead.
like one of the things that Square Enix has been doing is they've been taking things that, like IPs that they know can bring in bank and fumbling all the way across. Like they did the same thing with The World Ends With You. They did the same thing with Kingdom Hearts 3. That shit flopped, and it could have been something great, but they didn't know what the fuck to do with it. And the same thing with Final Fantasy VII, when they decided, you know what, we're gonna split this into 3 different parts across, not even 3 parts, because you got Intrograde. I'm counting that as a part. Fuck you.
Yep.
Like you're splitting it into fucking like different sections that's gonna span over like what, a decade or
A
so?
decade or
What
more,
what
probably
the fuck
more.
are you doing? It's like all you have to do is take the game people like, make it look good, and you know, maybe give it some different gameplay. That's it. You got an instant banger.
It's almost like by them splitting Final Fantasy VII up into 3 parts, they're telling everyone they are creatively bankrupt. They're like, we don't have any ideas to make Expedition 33, so we're just gonna break this game up and make 3 games.
Yeah.
You know, it's also pretty wild. I mean, they're literally doing what they did with Kingdom Hearts, except Kingdom Hearts was unintentionally that long of a delay over many, many, many years. And this time they're intentionally delaying. They're like, yeah, this time we're going to do what we did with Kingdom Hearts. We're going to make you wait a real long time.
Yep.
But we are planning on doing that now. Like, that's our goal. That's what we're going to do. We want to ensure that every 3 years or so, we have a decent selling game in the pipeline while we work on whatever it is we're working on.
That goes back to my point of the gaming industry is never meant for being a business. You can't operate a game industry like this. You need to make it based off of the creativity and the passion. You start basing it off of, oh, we need a game to come out in this quarter to appease these shareholders. Like, I see why these games keep failing. If they announce a Chrono Trigger remake and they pull the same shit and they're like, it's going to be 3 separate games, I'm going to be like, fuck this.
Holy fucking deja vu, Jesus Christ!
I just remember reading about Kingdom Hearts 2 in a fucking magazine, bro.
Yeah.
Back in like I don't know, 2004, I think, and it released I think in 2005 for the holiday season or something like that. I just remember reading it in a fucking what?
Way back.
I think we did at one point. Yeah, we did at one point. We did.
Oh shit! I'm
Don't worry. Don't worry. You're fine. Don't worry. It's not the Matrix. It's not the Matrix.
I think the issue, like my biggest issue, and I think that this could solve a lot of things is, they have tried so hard to broaden like Final Fantasy to as many gamers and as many modern gamers as possible and said, well, nobody wants turn-based RPGs anymore. Nobody wants this and things like that. But the reality is like all gamers want is a game that you actually stand by, that you put work and heart into. Like Expedition 33, Baldur's Gate 3, both turn-based RPGs, both sold like fucking hotcakes, and people liked them. People bitched about Baldur's Gate 3 while playing it. Oh, I hate this turn-based combat, man, but like this game's fucking incredible. You know, it's it's like people will bitch and complain about anything in games, but if the game is good, the game is good, and it's hard to deny that part of it. Typically, the only thing that really will turn people away from a game is if it's dog shit, but the other part of it is, even if it's good, is if it's got some kind of skill level that is like you just can't get to. Like it's like, fuck, I can't do this. I don't know how to. I'm not a shooter guy, so I can't play first person shooters, or I'm not this kind of person. But even with that, you still will have an audience of people that are there for it. And I think if they wanted to actually win their audience back, they say Final Fantasy 17, we're going back to basics. We're doing turn-based combat. We're doing a party system, and we're doing like a long narrative story that actually matters to people, instead of it just trying to be, hey, how can we cater to the fucking normies? The normies don't even know what they want, because most of these people that they're catering to grew up when games were watching IPs start to turn the wrong way for gaming, and they were starting to cater to the wrong audiences anyways, because they were trying to corporatize everything. And the difference with that is gaming already has a niche market. People don't think of it like that because it's so big, but it is a niche market. My grandmother isn't playing video games, but my grandmother might go see a Marvel movie that's very different. You know, so you got to go understand that gamers want good video games. We don't want MCU games. We want good, solid video games that we enjoy and can spend our time on. So, yeah.
I also got to wonder how many customers they might have lost out on chasing the Western trends, because, you know, they kind of gave up the turn-based stuff because they admitted, like Square Enix said, they were chasing or focusing more on making games to try to adhere to the West. But the simple fact is, man, turn-based games sell like crazy in the East. So you got to imagine how many customers did they lose chasing, you know, action combat, DMC style Western trends.
Yeah.
What company was it that was saying, was it EA that was saying we're not, or was it Sony that was saying we aren't making single player games anymore because the market wants, who was that? Was that Sony or EA? Was that EA?
EA was chasing what, live service games?
Yeah, they're like, that's where the market is. People don't want to play single player games anymore. And I'm like, what?
It's really weird. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was gonna say I gotta hit out because I gotta
No problem. I'm
You
gonna
know
cover
what?
super chats real quick. Do your outro, Tres.
Yeah. So I got to go and put this clown makeup on because we finna play monkey games. So make sure
Is
y'all.
that why Kata left?
Kata's like, I'm out.
Nah, he went to go and get that cook chair out his corner. Out of corner.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah.
But yeah, but yo. So after Saturday Night Hypnosis, of course, make sure y'all check out New Blackstreet and watch me embarrass myself on Monkey Games.
I know Mr. Brokeback Mountain ain't talking.
All right.
Wait a minute. No. Get your ass back over here. Wait, where'd he go?
You do not have a banana in your hand, bro. I refuse.
No.
I refuse.
No, you didn't, bro.
Wait, he
Go
was
get
just
it.
talking about. Nah, show it.
Don't
Show.
start eating it like you eating it like he's like breaking it into little tiny
You do
pieces.
not got a banana in
It's
your
not
hands,
a
bro.
banana. It's not a banana.
Show
It's
everybody.
Show it.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
Okay. I was.
Is that ice pop?
Still.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, man, that's a little sus.
I mean,
I
it's
feel
not
like he did
sus,
have a
but it's
banana. He's
still-
hiding it somewhere. I don't know.
Yo, he's over here he's trying to get me to show my banana. What the fuck going on here, bro? This is wild.
All right. You talking about Brokeback Mountain? Come on, bro. You live in your fantasy. You were the director. You made sure you get the close shots.
Damn.
It's all good. All right, boys. Let's go over super chats, man, and then we'll go from there. Damn, we got a lot that came in. Holy fuck. Because we went through all the segments and we didn't catch up on them. All right. That's
Somebody
fine.
said, "Bro, be robbing the fuck out of his son."
Epic Mickey's Sugarfoot Stump Fetish for a 2. Mickey, you got my number, so call me, baby.
I don't got your number, bro. I'm not gay.
This is wild. Oh, look,
it's
even
gonna
better.
get
Little
worse.
Kata's abandoned love child for a 2. Dad, I need my
Damn.
OnlyFails hat back. Got a date later.
No way.
I got you, son.
Only
Damn, man. Be
I got you, son.
stealing from his son like crazy, bro.
I got you. My heart goes
Space
out to you.
Monkey, $4.99. This name is wild considering. Capcom should stop doing multiplayer games and only focus on single player. RE3 suffered because of tacked on a live service. I think a lot of studios should do that. I think if you are going to make a live service game, then make a live service game. Don't make a single player game and be like, hey, by the way, we're going to tack on fucking live service elements and you're totally just going to accept it because you want to play the single player game. It's like,
Or what Veilguard did in the reverse, where it was going to be online. They're like, actually, just make it single player. It's like, make up your mind.
because they couldn't figure out what the fuck to do and how to make a
Right.
Dragon Age game live service. So they just, you got to put out something. You can't go 20 years in development. You know what I mean? Not Star Citizen. So we got to keep going. What's this? Eventually will be for a 2. Amplitude Studios left Sega resisting the woke. There you go. Just in time with a 2. I can recommend a good hamster store. Richard Gere. Nice. There you go. Raptor Kratos with a 2. Atreus is wearing that bathroom floor mat again. Yep. That's pretty accurate. What's this? What is this?
What?
So I got gifted that game, The Road Redemption, and Eric Jenkins gifted me Banana Hill, Mountain of Madness.
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
Yo, Eric Jenkins is a menace to
Wait,
society.
read-
Somebody needs to stop him.
Read that comment out loud.
Monkey chim chim this yeah s.
What the fuck? I'm done. Back to the super chats. Jesus Christ. Psycho with a $4.99. First SNH after vacation. Ryan is not here, and we're stuck with Smash. But at least Smash is the bigger man. Something Kata wishes he was.
Maybe.
Damn, he's
you know
insulting
what?
everybody. Wait, he
I
insulted,
mean,
he
everyone
insulted
gets it
Smash for not comparing to Ryan, and then like he's insulting Kata for not comparing to Smash. It's all over the
Sorry.
place.
Lots of dunks there. Lots
Oh,
of
this
dunks.
is good. Hypno stripper hamster for a 2. Hey, yo, make it rain. And the profile picture is a literal stripper hamster. What the fuck?
That's amazing. Crazy, bro.
Yo,
Y'all
AI
are too
has
creative,
AI has let the world just like
It's cooked.
bro. You thought anonymity on the internet caused chaos, bro. AI is gonna cause chaos. Just wait.
Yeah.
Look at this. Primate King. Son, you get the rest for $1.99. Is that Bubbles on SNH? Say it ain't so.
Bro, that's Eric Jenkins, dude.
I know it is, bro. You think I don't know that? I know it is.
Dude, that's crazy, bro.
can't
Next is
stand that nigga.
Nocturne with a 5. Says Sega hasn't really been on my spotlight for years. Oh, thought they went out of business a year ago. And Hypno tried Reloaded on stream. Loving the stream. I am not playing Reloaded, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it. But I'm glad you're
I'm
having a
gonna
good
play
time.
Reloaded.
I know
Yeah,
you would.
If somebody super chats a Red Boy, a few of them, I'll play Reloaded.
I'm gonna wear a dashiki, and bro, I'm looking for some like small little like African drums I can bring on stage, bro.
Listen,
I'm gonna do it.
I got paid $2,000 to play Dustborn. I played Dustborn. I almost died. Like legit, legit.
Yeah.
I had stomach aches for like 5 days, bro. It was terrible. And then I had to come back after the stomach aches and finish the game. So I'm just saying.
that.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna play it.
Primate King son for 199. Any gifting? Oh no.
Yeah, we did get. Some
Did he
gifts
get? Did he give games to me?
Who knows? Knowing this
This
man, we probably
motherfucker.
did.
He definitely did. He sure as fuck did.
See, that's why somebody in the chat was like, "Yo, drop your Steam name in the." No, I ain't doing that. I'm watching
Eric
what's happening
Jenkins.
here, bro.
Eric Jenkins gifted Desktop Monkey,
That's
and he said the
crazy.
blackest person on YouTube, double entendre. I'm surprised you know how to say the word entendre. I'm not gonna lie to you. Shout out to Eric Jenkins. You're moving up in the world. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Eric Jenkins. Absolute legend that he is. Andros the Warrior High Alpha for a 10. Is everyone excited about the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection? You know, I've always wondered, what would happen if Mortal Kombat, Sub-Zero, Mythologies, and Special Forces both had remakes? I saw the Combat Collection. I was thinking about picking it up because I know I have the Capcom ones. I still got to play the one that has the fuck's that game, man? Jesus Christ. I always forget what it's called, but it's one of my favorite Dreamcast games.
What's it about?
It's like the arena fighter with
Oh,
four
Power
people.
Stone?
Power Stone, yeah. I gotta play the second
All I need
Capcom.
to hear is Arena Fighter, and I knew what you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. I always forget the name, and it's like one of my favorite games. I'm such an idiot. Thank you, Andros. We
Which,
got
by
Barry.
the way, for that comment above there, why the fuck would they remake like one of the worst games ever? Why bother? That's like, oh man, are they gonna remake Shaq Fu? Like, no, no one wants that shit.
Shaq Fu, bro. Holy shit. Barry Dixon butts for a 5. Mike can't be ashamed to be here. Have you seen a Tuesday night main event chat?
Good point.
I mean, you see all the troll accounts they have in that chat. I mean, we got a lot, but damn. They got Beardo's feet, Beardo's fucking, I don't know, balls. They got all kinds of shit.
Bro. It's crazy.
Benjamin with a 5. Hypno, Sheep, Mussolini, Oshi, Sasquatch, Singerman, Chim Chims, Bubbles and Squeak. Chat, how is everyone? Looking forward to 40k Dark Tide DLC?
That's a loaded comment.
Yo, how do you ask a
haven't played
genuine question after all of that, bro? That's crazy.
That's
Shout
right.
out to Benjamin. I haven't even played Dark Tide. I want to, but I haven't.
I haven't played it in
Benjamin
a
for a
while,
2.
but it's fun.
Ask Lumi Hypno. She would know. Oh, about New Blackstreet? Damn, it's like that. All right.
Yeah,
I'll ask her.
That's my nigga.
I'll ask her. It's all good. Epic Beaks. Sugarfoot Stump Fetish for a 5. Atreus is just salty. The Miki is more of an N-word than him, and Miki is only that from the waist down.
That's crazy.
Epic Mike is so checked out. It's insane.
Bro,
Chicken
that's
sent by
crazy.
BB for 5 months with lots of chicken. 5
Take a
chickens
shot for
to be
every
exact.
time he says that's crazy.
Shut
Tell
the
That's how you
fuck-
know
bro,
someone's not
I
paying
don't need to
attention.
take it from you, bro.
He's good. That's
Go play your
crazy.
banana games.
Hey, yo, why would you take it from a guy, though?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, hey, real quick, Kane bladed in the chat. Good point. They did remake Shaq Fu in 2016. I did forget about that. So
They did?
Oof.
that
Did
that
they?
did happen. Yes.
I haven't played that. I gotta
Oof.
I don't know if it was
Erase
remade
that.
or re-released, but it did
Erase
come out
that
with
from
that.
history, bro. That's terrible. The gaming Mason High Priest of the Cult of McDuggets for a 5. Kata been getting banana straightening lessons from Beardo. Kata gay.
Damn.
No, man.
Cold Classic Cage with a 2. Imagine if Dragon Quest 12 is action combat RIP.
I crash out, bro. That's
We got the Flatlander with a 5. Only live service game I'll actually play anymore is Warframe.
shout out Warframe.
Bro, Warframe is one of those games that I genuinely just don't understand the love that people have for it, but it has a pretty dedicated fan base.
I've been playing it since it first came out.
I just never understood it. I tried it. It's not for me. Smaxy with a 2. Atreus showed up. Y'all need money. You just do. Fair. Cold Cage with a 2. They made a Shaq Fu 7 years ago, and Trump was a villain.
Oh wow.
For real?
Tifa Lockhart 499. Kata has a banana. Didn't know he was streaming from Kong Island.
Damn.
That's crazy. Adam Jubin with a 2 on Rumble. Well, we just bombed 3 nuclear sites in Iran, according to a Trump Truth Social post.
Yep.
Let's fucking go. Gray the Merchant with $1. Trey has gone too long to talk properly. Must have eaten out old crabs. If you know, you know. Sega relied on Atlas as they are their moneymaker. 1047 game layoff sucks. Soon another studio to close.
Man,
You might be
Rumble
right
these
about that,
rants-
actually.
These Rumble rants are something else.
They are. All that for $1.
They use every character, dude. I'm
Every
telling you.
character.
Every letter. Abhorrent Soul with a 20 on Rumble. Atreus and Kata, make sure to take those blankets and offer warmth to those beasties at FatCon in January. It's going to be cold and you'll have their body odor to remind you of the fun times.
So
Good
about
lord.
FatCon,
Is this where you back out?
If you
no, we've
back
been
out
reaching.
from FatCon,
We've been
I
reaching
swear to
out
God.
to because we're supposed to go to DragonCon in August. So you have to actually reach out to these cons and able to be authorized to stream on the floor and stuff like that because they have like their own little private Wi-Fi networks and shit
Well,
like
you're
that.
black,
They
so
can-
they'll love that
They
shit.
can
Just
hook you up.
Right?
We're afraid because once we reach out, they're gonna have to look into us and they're gonna be like, "Oh no, we're not letting these two
Wait,
niggas into the
What do you-
FatCon." So
I've
we're
never
gonna
heard
see.
you need to reach out for authorization to stream from the floor of a con. I've never asked anyone for approval. I just stream from the floor of cons. Am I supposed to be asking?
Apparently.
What the hell?
Well, you have white privilege, so that's different.
Apparently, yeah.
That's different. That's
But
crazy.
you better not be backing out, Kata.
No, we're still on track. We're still on track to go. Still on
right.
track to go.
Just wear some like spy glasses or some shit, man. You'll be fine.
wear those meta
find a way
glasses.
to find a way to hook it up. You know, you can stream from a GoPro
Yeah.
to YouTube. So think about it. Anti-Federals playing with $1. Seems like they combined Vampire and Witcher, and I'm here for it. Yeah, I am too. Abhorrent Soul gives 1 membership over on Rumble. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And the Anti-Federals playing with $1. Nobody wants insert best-selling genre here. No one is buying it. That's because they change the game and they lose the audience. Not because they don't like the genre. AC isn't stealth action anymore. Fair?
Yeah.
You chase a new audience, you give up your current audience. And if the new
Absolutely.
audience doesn't bite, well, you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And we are caught up exactly almost on the 3-hour mark. Boys, we are going to end the stream here. Let's do our outros. Tell everybody who they are, where they can find you, what you got planned. And we're going to start with Sheep.
God damn it. I didn't realize that my show was muted for like the last 20-ish minutes. It's fine.
All right,
But,
Atreus.
yeah.
Sheep Treus.
Don't do
Sheep
that.
Atreus is
Anyway,
crazy.
at any rate, I'm gonna get back into streaming whenever I can, like, get some free time at this point. I know what my schedule is working with, or what to work with in my schedule at least. So once I actually get that nailed down, I'll go ahead and get a schedule up for everybody to come check me out on my stream channel. Still Sheep Cityan. It's down, well, was down there at one point. Anyway, still Sheep Cityan on YouTube. Other than that, be on the lookout for the manga that I'm still working on. And I am going back to doing offline work. That's pretty much all I got to promote. I don't have a manga to really promote. I will say, go read. If you want to read something that's not a manga, a novel or something, pick this up right here.
Fuck is that?
It's right
Can't
here.
see.
Blur Havoc. It's
nice.
It's a book done. It's a sci-fi military series done by a YouTuber who's really good at what he does. I like it.
Very nice.
That's all
We
I got.
got EpicMike. Thank you again for being a guest tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Tell
man, I
everybody who
appreciate
you
having
are,
me.
what you do, where they can find you.
Yeah, go check me out over on YouTube. It's just EpicMike. I'm playing through. I just started my first ever playthrough of Silent Hill. We're doing Silent Hill Remake 2 first because somebody asked me for it. It's already fucking with me pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not excited about this. But yeah, so that's what I got going on over there. We'll be doing a couple Afrocasts and stuff like that. I'm trying to work on kind of building out a little bit more of a schedule than I have right now. So you can always check me out over there. Check me out on Thursdays over at the Epicverse channel. We talk about movies and stuff like that. And then when I have updates on the rest of the movie shit that we're working on, I'll definitely let you guys know. So, yeah, man.
Sounds good, man.
Absolutely.
Smash JT.
Man, this was a really fun stream, actually. Got a lot of gaming talk in, which is always great to get back to. So thank you for having me on like every week that I am here consistently and putting this in front of everything else. Sorry, I had to. So I got my stream starting in 15 minutes. So make sure you're there instead of at Kata. Instead of it, Cadus. No, but I'll be streaming, talking about some going-ons in the industry and news and stuff, and then potentially getting back to Stellar Blade after that. So we'll see. We will have potentially the 4th stream of Stellar Blade. Oh, do you want to say hi to everyone real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, hurry up, because this is the outro. Come all the way back. Okay, wave.
Hey,
Say
what's
hi.
going on? What's going on?
She just dropped my hair.
Look at that.
Look at this. Dang. Thank you.
Kid JT.
All right.
Play
But
the
yeah.
Law and Order music.
Because the
Why you
kid
play
should
that?
not be on this goddamn stream, man. That's why.
Oh, don't worry. She's gone. She just dropped my food off. She came in. She's gone.
Oh, it's very nice. It's very nice.
Oh god.
But yeah, that's it. I'm good.
This guy said, "Hi, little person." God damn. I don't know why that's funny. All right. Oh god, somebody said "little smasher." That's crazy. Anyway, Kata, take it away, man.
Yes, what's going on, everybody? I hope you guys had a great SNH. We enjoyed you guys being here as much as we enjoyed actually being on the panel, man. We had some fun. As for me, I have a video to make that I haven't done yet because I've been playing video games, so I need to stop doing that. So yeah,
Hey,
we have Ironheart.
What movie you gonna complain about this time?
28 Years Later is a movie has
That
a lot
movie
of
is
good
great. What do you mean?
ideas. Has a lot of good ideas, and they don't really execute on most of them. So I'm going to talk about that in a video. Also, we have Ironheart coming out this week.
Yo, I cannot believe Ironheart's coming out this week.
Yes.
Can I just make a quick statement? Early congratulations to all of the YouTube channels that are going to be spawned and
Yeah.
careers that are going to be made
Acolyte too.
from covering Ironheart, man. Congratulations, bro. Like
I
I'm
cannot wait.
I'm jealous of you guys. I really am.
These are
Great
going to be
job.
long video. I don't give a fuck. I might make a 3-hour video. I don't know. I'm going to be talking mad shit. It's going to be great. So look forward to that. Also, we got New Black Street gaming stream here in about an hour. We're going to be playing Marvel Rivals and some other indie games that we got gifted from you generous people out there. So look forward to that. And then Monday, we have a cosplayer on New Black Street. Yes, I've been holding on to that for a while.
Careful, I hear they
Look forward
cancel
to that.
people.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, not this one. So y'all look out for that one. And then, yeah, y'all already know how it goes. Black Girl Magic.
Oh, hell.
This motherfucker ended with Black Girl Magic, man. I swear to God.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
All right. You guys already know Sunday through Friday, Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Friday, we got Griffcast now at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I've added a brand new morning stream to the schedule on top of the 5 p.m. stream for Griffcast. So we're gaming twice Monday through Friday. Well, not every day, but 4 out of the 5 days most likely is where it's going to land. So make sure to join us. If you're over the seas, you could join us at 9 a.m. because it's easier for you. Or if you're here in the States, you could join us at 5 p.m. because it's easier to you. Whatever works. Just come join us for some gaming. We've had some pretty big streams over on Griffcast, man. We've been averaging almost 200 concurrent viewers just on YouTube, which is fantastic. It's growing. Thank you guys so much for that. And then obviously we got Hypnocast. Like I said, 9 p.m. Eastern, Sunday through Friday. And then we got SNH, of course, 8 p.m. every Saturday to have lots of fun with the panel. That's basically it, man. I don't really have anything that ever changes. I'm just doing the same shit over and over and over again.
No, you do have things that change. You just add more shit to your day somehow. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm cooking videos now, and the subscribers have been overall pretty supportive about it. So, and it's been working out. So that has freed up a lot of time of filming and looking up stuff and all kinds of shit. Basically, what I would do in the morning is look up content and film it and edit it and upload it and get it ready. I don't gotta do that no more. So I figured, well, I don't want to just do nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's another stream. Fuck it, why not?
Nice.
All right, boys. Thank you guys so much again for all the insane support. Make sure to go check out everybody's channels that was on the show today. It's all linked in the description box below. Don't be gay. Go support them if you enjoy their content.
I mean,
And-
unless you are gay, then definitely be gay.
well, if you are gay, then don't be straight and go check out their channels and you know, see if
Please.
you enjoy.
Please sub to my channel, bro.
Oh
I'm
my God.
struggling out here, man.
Oh,
It sounds like Gator
bro.
really wants gay people to sub to his
That's
channel.
crazy, bro.
Especially if you're gay, please sub to the
Don't-
channel.
What
Don't say
the
it like
fuck?
that, man. What the fuck?
I'm an ally.
Oh,
Go read manga, y'all. Go read manga.
Yo, I'm out of here, bro. All right, guys.
That's
Yeah,
some
go be
crazy
bigots and
work.
go be gooners. I don't really know what else to say. That's
Black girl magic.
oh, that's fucking gay, bro.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina. Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it we eat and make her fucking gay.
Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day California shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.